Welcome to Ready Play Go, where a group of us nerdy streamers get together and have some fun, roll some dice, and entertain you folks. Let's introduce these lovely people and let them say a little bit about themselves and what they've got going on. This is the second to last time we'll be doing this for Sanguine Stories, so let's start off with a bang. Avery?
Hello everyone, I am Avery Connors. I'm a variety VTuber who's on kind of a bit of a break because I'm starting a new job, but I hopefully will be back to a more regular schedule soon. You can find me at twitch.tv/Avery Connors.
Chris?
Hi, I'm Chrissy C90 and I'm getting drunk.
He's about to drink my mead.
No, I'm Chrissy C90. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. Chrissy C90 everything. Tuesdays we play Phasmo with Avery, Haba, and Zim. Sundays we play D&D with Zim and DM Snacky. Tuesdays we also play Cursed Exped with Bill Bob before we go into Phasmo. And I think Fridays I'm going to start playing, or I'm going to, this Friday coming, as in this week, me and Bill Bob's going to be playing more Green Hell, so that's going to be fun. And on Saturday I'll be over on Outermost Ghostie's channel because it's her birthday stream thing, so I'll be over there having some fun and playing games. I think we're hoping for proximity chat among us, which is going to be fucking hilarious. But if not, we'll have like Gartic phone and stuff like that. So that's going to be fun. So keep an eye out for tweets.
We'll have another alliance.
Never trust you again.
Good segue. Haba.
Hello, I'm HabaDacter. I'm a variety streamer. I've had a rough couple of months and I'm trying to get back into a normal schedule. Tuesdays at 9 a.m. EST, I do Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Currently, I am on a plus patch run of a MacTavish. Tuesday nights is Phasmo with Chris and Zim and Avery. Wednesdays is here. We're not gonna talk about Wednesdays. Anyway, so Thursdays, Thursdays right now is Mass Effect. And if things go the way that they're supposed to tomorrow, then Horror Fridays will be back.
Nice.
And I will also be in the Ghosty birthday stream. And I will not be making alliances with Dox because he's a goddamn dirty liar.
What about me? Do you want to be in an alliance with me?
Maybe. Maybe.
Z.
Hi, I'm ZemannTheMann at Twitch. At ZemannTheMann as well as Twitter. I am a variety streamer on hiatus. I still do some collabs like tonight, and then Tuesday nights with Avery, Chris, and Haba. We do Phasmo, and then on Sundays on Chris's channel we do our D&D game. I was not invited to be part of Ghostie's stream, so I'm actually the odd man out. So fuck all of you.
I didn't know about it either.
I'm not part of it either.
So I'm just.
So what you really mean is you're one of the people that don't know shit about it.
If you're listening, Ghosty, shame on you.
No.
I'm just teasing. Anyway, that's all. I hope to be back on the streaming at some point here in the next. By spring, maybe, depending on how things shake out for me.
That's fine.
We'll see.
Well, just keep people, check out his Twitter, and he'll keep you posted. And I am Dreadpirate Reynolds. You can find me over on twitch.tv/Dreadpirate Reynolds, over on Twitter at Dreadpirate Ray, because Reynolds doesn't fit. And right now, I don't have anything going on except for entertaining you with all these lovely people, but when this wraps up on Wednesdays, the return of Chucklefucks will be coming. At least until in January, where we will be announcing a new game. Stay tuned to our Twitter and at our Discord for information about that. Links are below for both. Now, let's start with a warning. Vampire the Masquerade has very mature themes and scenarios involved in the game, and if at any time you feel it's upsetting you and you need to step away, please do so. Supporting us should not be more important than your own mental well-being. Furthermore, the characters in this game are flawed individuals who make questionable
Lies.
decisions. Mute yourself. Who make questionable decisions and are definitely not role models, especially Mathias. Please do not emulate any actions or decisions made during this chronicle. With that having been said, let's jump into our second to last episode of Sanguine Stories, Heralds and Heresies. We pick up where we left off. The crew had gone to sleep and received the visions that they had gained. And Karter, you are the first to awaken.
Yes.
Oddly, it is much sooner than you usually wake up.
Look out the window and see that the light's still there a little bit. He is gonna immediately get up and like grab a notebook from his bag and just write down that weird as fuck dream he had, and just try and remember.
Before you do that, I want you to give me a D10 roll to determine how much you actually remember of the dream.
I also need to do a rouse check. Let me do that as well.
Do that too.
Cool. That went up. All right. / roll 1d10. A 3.
Okay. So what you remember the person being there, that some things were said, but you can't recall what exactly.
Okay. Well, that changes literally everything I was going to do. I guess he'll still write that down because it was weird.
But you remember everything else around it, like you remember that it was just like some of the dreams you've had in the past, but this time it was different. You felt like you were actually there, but you realized that you were actually there. It wasn't like a flashback type of thing that you've had before.
He'll still write that down then.
And it definitely felt like this is the first time you've seen the individual you did see. That was definitely jarring.
Yeah, he'll write that down, and then he's actually gonna take some time and just kind of focus and try and gather the shadows around him the way he saw Mathias do and focus on his blood and teach himself to do it the way Mathias did. And that's all he's going to do for the
And
next
the first time,
hour.
the first time you do it, I will say that it's disturbing as fuck for you because the shadows are attacking you, basically, but they don't actually hurt you.
Yeah, he's never done anything like that, so he's going to freak out, but it's working. He's figuring it out. He's teaching it to himself.
Yeah.
And that's all he's going to do till everyone else gets up. He's going to practice on doing that.
I'm going to need you all to make me rouse checks, the rest of you.
No, I refuse.
Well,
Same.
then you just stay in torpor.
Holy fuck, did Haba just succeed?
Yeah.
It had to happen sometime.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you.
There you go. That's
She
good.
ruined it for literally everyone
well.
else.
Fuck, I finally failed.
Great.
Damn it, Haba.
It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Aleister.
You made it.
Nice.
And I'm going to need you all to roll me a D10 too to determine who wakes up first.
5. I love macros in this roll 20. Click a button and go.
1.
So Chris is last.
I had a great
As
sleep.
always.
I had an absolute
Sorry, not Chris.
fantastic sleep.
Not Chris.
Oh, I've noticed.
My brain is not used to saying the character names.
Uilleam.
Yeah,
Uilleam.
I had to switch my little name tag at the bottom.
Yeah. All right. So, Aleister, you're the second one to wake up. Only about it's at the crack. You wake up at the crack of
Dust.
the sun going down.
Well, here's to another day of research, I suppose.
Body's still there.
I slept like a rock.
Well rested. Nothing happened. Everything's fine.
He'll just, start his daily routine of getting ready and
Next person to wake
awaiting
up.
the others to get up.
About 10 to 15 minutes later, Mathias, you wake up. And I'm going to need you to roll me a D10 to determine how much you remember. You remember
10.
everything.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go. Way to go, Doc.
But it is fading fast, so if you're going to write something down, do it
Yeah,
now.
I'll write it all down. Motherfucker trying to cut a deal with me?
Yeah, who would do that?
Gotta use the right words. Entity of doom. It was
After that?
Menethiel, right?
Menethiel.
Menethil.
Yeah, Menethiel. Yeah.
After that, Jubilant. Roll me to determine how much you remember.
It'll be shit.
You remember
He's rolling good
everything.
today, boys.
There we go.
I was going to
Haba.
say,
All
wouldn't
right.
Jubilant be used to remembering this kind of stuff as well from her
Yeah.
own premonitions?
Point.
Yeah.
And you also know that your dreams, you usually you have a dream journal, so you're used to
Let's
writing.
do
it. And finally, last, about an hour later, is Uilleam.
Keeping the napalm.
Oh, I fucking slept brilliantly. Slept like a log.
In that time, let's discuss what happens before Uilleam wakes up.
Yeah, after about an hour when everyone should start waking up, Karter will make his way to the kitchen and hang out there for everyone.
And just about when you realize that you go out, you start heading down, it's exactly when what's his face comes out, Aleister, right?
Thank you for remembering my
Evening.
character's name.
Yes. I'm having trouble remembering everyone's name today.
Evening, Aleister.
Good evening, Mr. Hoyt. Oh. Wow. Today's going to be an interesting day, I think. I think this is the first
Oh,
day
indeed.
that I haven't had anything specific to really look for. I was going to, study that body that I thought I had, and now that, it wasn't real,
The body.
I have no idea what I'm going to
You
be doing.
still have a body.
Well, yeah, I have the old body.
Yeah.
I have one question for you, Aleister, since my secret is out and about.
Oh, yes. Miss Jubilant did inadvertently mention you were a caitiff or something like that. I honestly don't care. Your clan is your business. Or
Just want to
lack
establish
thereof,
some
whatever.
things and that, don't tell anyone.
No. I mean,
Seriously.
is there a stigma against that?
Shockingly, yes.
I am aware. Yes. And again, like I said,
And
I don't care what you are, and there's no particular reason for me to mention it to anyone else, neither.
And then I have an academic question for you.
Oh.
Because something you might not know is my clan don't get natural abilities like the other clans do. We're not inherently good at anything. We have to be taught it for the most part. And something I've always wondered, I've always assumed blood magic is not a good thing to do for my clan. I was just wondering what you thought about that.
About someone outside of my clan using blood magic, you mean?
Someone in my clan using blood magic. Where we aren't as limited in our capabilities.
Well, I'm not as opinionated on it as my elders are. I'm not as some of the elders, they have some very old ideas about that kind of thing, and they're very, very against any secrets going to anybody else for any reason whatsoever. I found that I don't care so much. For me, it's the pursuit of knowledge, and I think actually it would be a very interesting study to see how someone of another clan, such as yours, that can acquire certain other skills, would be able to even use the blood magic, because it is part of our blood, but it also has to be taught. It is not innately acquired per se. The ability is, but it's still, there are rituals, and it takes quite a bit of time to learn how to do everything. But that would make a fascinating study case.
Would you like to run an experiment?
That is very intriguing, Mr. Hoyt.
I think Aleister just got a boner.
Wow. No, because he doesn't have any blood flow. But
it's a boner of the mind.
The boner of the mind boner. There you go. Mind boner. How much of how the caitiff can learn things and stuff? Like, how much does Aleister actually know? Like, what is the skill for knowing about other clans and stuff? Because he would have known something.
It still falls under occult because
so with 4 dots in a cult, he would probably know very much about it, or at least a decent amount. Perhaps not the exact specifics.
One sec, I'm just fixing something real quick because
Sure.
I might keep procking the.
And his specialty is blood magic, so that's an extra dot.
I would know. You would know that Katif are an interesting subject because they're not technically a clan.
Mm-hmm.
Even amongst people of your clan and amongst the vampires in general, there are different theories as to why they are. There's obviously the prophetical reason, which is that they are a herald of the end times. But there's also the fact that there have been plenty of vampires that have been abandoned by their sire, but still have their clan trappings, as they were. The bane, the proclivities, their personality tendencies. But Katif are weird because they're not technically. They were the Thin Bloods before Thin Bloods were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Thin Bloods can't really acquire abilities like the Katif can.
No, they acquire different types of abilities that no other vampire can do.
Okay, interesting. I never did read that in the book.
Yeah, Thin Bloods have what are known as Thin Blood alchemy.
Oh, okay, fascinating. Aleister would definitely be fascinated by it anyway. So he would know that in
with
order
all
to
the things that have been happening recently, with the vampire world being shook up, as there's the study of Katif and Thin Bloods have kind of taken a back seat to getting everything back to the status quo again. But most of the knowledge of the pyramid has been lost because of events. But it's definitely it's a topic of debate amongst the Tremere. What is actually causing it?
Interesting. Okay. You bring up a very attractive proposition. Well, I've never been one to hesitate when it comes to making up my mind, and Aleister will just cut part of his arm and hold his arm out to Karter.
Fair enough. Carter's gonna be like, man, all these kindred give me their blood, and he'll walk up and drink some of the blood. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. He doesn't want to be bonded.
It would take a lot of blood. It actually would take quite a lot of blood to become bonded.
Yeah, that's our clan bane.
It takes multiple days, but still, he knows about
specifically
bonding.
Because it's Tremere. You'd have to guzzle that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have difficulty, if not impossibility, forming blood bond.
With this,
but he'll lick his wound closed.
I can learn some disciplines just on my own that are proclivities to your clan, but I don't know about blood magic because I don't know if I've ever actually seen blood magic. Also,
blood magic is weird. It's rituals. There's rituals, and then there's powers, and then there's so you can't learn rituals unless you're taught them.
Right.
Period.
Yes.
But what Carter's wondering is if having Tremere blood in his system would help him learn that.
It might. That's just part of the experiment. I think that might be something that we can test out. Because I know some the lowest levels of blood magic don't really do much.
Honestly, I think it'd probably be best to start there because I'd rather not explode myself from inside.
That is true. That is a very good point. I've heard of it. I've heard of that happening before.
I genuinely don't know what's going to happen. And I've never met anyone who's tried.
But the very low levels of blood magic are more passive and more about detecting. But I might be able to teach you a ritual. But those requires quite a bit of time. because you have to like use your own blood to write incantations, and it takes some can take an entire night or longer, depending on what they are. The lowest level ones don't, but they still can take an hour and can use quite a bit of blood. That's probably not the best place to start. Probably getting a feel for the blood magic itself might be might be a good place to start.
Well, I think I hear Mathias waking up, so we'll have to look into that later, I think.
Indeed, give it a night or two to settle your ability, and then we can kind of practice a bit from there.
And I'll say
This
that,
is fascinating.
Mathias, you're able to catch the ass end of that conversation.
Okay.
Very
Just
fascinating.
head into the kitchen. Good evening, gentlemen. Hope all is well.
Delasangre,
Evening.
good evening.
So, interesting conversation, I take it.
Indeed. I might have my
Discussing
next
the
project.
merits of blood magic in regards to cative proclivities.
Yes, it is
It's
an
not well
interesting topic.
studied. It's kind of taken a back seat based on the issues that my clan has faced in recent history. They're more focused on, well, inner struggles as opposed to anything else. So
Didn't you mean inner squabbles instead of struggles?
yes, same
Ah.
same kind of thing. They're all just kind of like fighting each other, backbiting, and nobody can agree. And
Bickering like children.
it is very disappointing when
Indeed.
our pursuit of knowledge could still be at the forefront, but they just can't agree on whose pathos, or is it ethos? Ethos, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Whose ethos is most correct.
It's an interesting watching power dynamics of Vampire Society.
Interesting, maybe. More like boring because it's the same shit century after century.
Not always. Depends on if you
I mean,
know how to play the game.
sometimes sometimes you get a new wrinkle here and there, but it all comes down to the same kind of thing in the end.
So I want to change the game. Put the odds in my favor.
I don't particularly care who's in charge as long as I can study the things that I want to study.
It's good to know. Information is key. Knowing how to manipulate that information is true
Knowledge is
power.
Mm-hmm. There, I agree with you, sir.
Wonder what is on the agenda for this evening. I wonder.
I mean, aside from sparking my interest with a new project, I don't really have anything in particular going on. I was going to study the body that I thought I was bringing in, and unfortunately, since that was all an illusion, apparently, I might have to study a bit more based on the phenomenon that we all might have experienced. I had my people looking into it the other day when I suspected something might be wrong. So perhaps they've uncovered something. But
yes, it would appear there has been movement on who may be doing things.
Oh, really?
I'm wondering if either of you gentlemen have experienced what I experienced during our sleep. I was visited in my dreams by an entity of some significant power. And it was an interesting conversation. Unfortunately, I don't think I went the way he wanted me to go.
So this entity, you say?
Yes, invaded my dreams.
What makes you think this is related to what's been going on?
Because he offered me the city.
Interesting.
I had
If
a
I would
weird
step
dream
aside.
too.
Oh, you had
I had
a
a
weird
weird
dream too?
I can't remember a lot of it, but I do remember feeling like it was real and not a dream. And meeting someone who I'd never met before in my entire existence.
Mm.
And I remember we had a conversation, and I kind of the same feeling. I don't think it went the way he wanted, but I can't remember the details.
The entity approached me in my study at my personal estate and wanted to broker an alliance. He said if I would stand aside and not interfere with his fun, he would grant me what I wanted. Grant me the power to do what I wanted to do. Unfortunately for him, it may have been a misinterpretation of wording, but I do not want to be granted what I seek. I want to be able to claim it by my own hands. So I denied him, though I will tell you this. The offer was quite tempting. I could do much with what he offered.
So this entity feels that he has power. It has power to give. As
Indeed.
Apparently it's claimed to be able to give you the city. So it apparently feels the city is in its grasp.
Not
Interesting.
necessarily the city, but he wanted to grant me the power to do what my plan is. He wanted to fulfill my machinations, so to speak. Fulfill all my. Give me the opportunity to make the chess pieces fall where they need to.
Interesting. I had a very real entity offer me that as well. And he
Yeah.
looks straight at you, Mathias.
Offer still stands.
you were quite a tangible entity, though. I didn't
I
have
am
anything
indeed.
visit me in the dream. Interesting.
Normally, my dreams are quite simple, really. Riding horses back in Andalusia, fishing by the lakeside, having many dalliances with dignitaries in Morocco.
Yeah, standard dream stuff. And dream fare. Interesting.
Dreams of a simpler time.
Did
Yes, dreams like everyone has, riding horses, dealing with dignitaries.
did this entity say where they were?
They said that they were. They did not express exactly where they were, but they said that they were around. I got sort of a sense of maybe a touch of omnipresence.
That's concerning.
Like they could reach out from distance and invade at least my dreams, and apparently Karter's as well.
Yes.
Is there any way to identify who this entity is?
He gave a name.
Oh,
Yes, the entity gave a name, but I doubt it is his actual name. As entities go, true names hold great power. So I believe he said his name was Menathiel. Or Menathiel or some such.
Does with my knowledge of the occult, and does that name ring any bells at all? You muted, Dread.
Not a cult, but how familiar is your character with pop culture?
With pop culture, I would say he is not particular. He's never played World of Warcraft or Warcraft 3. He doesn't know who Arthas is.
Yeah, so yeah, you probably you think it's more important than it is. You're like, wow, that's significant. That's got to be a historical figure.
There's not even really a stat for pop culture per se, is there?
It would be streetwise.
Yeah, it'd be like streetwise.
He's got 1 dot in streetwise and a specialty in black market.
Okay, so you would have at least
got
heard
a 2.
the name. And so would Karter.
Streetwise.
Karter would definitely be aware of it.
Yeah, I have a 2 in streetwise.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. I think I've heard it somewhere, but it doesn't.
Isn't it from a video game?
Is it? Well, And he's gonna pull out his phone and do just a Google search. Ah, so it is. Interesting. So perhaps our mysterious entity was having a little bit of fun.
Yes, you mentioned fun quite a bit.
Although, interestingly enough, that name is related to some characters that end up becoming a main antagonist with a great amount of power, especially over the minds of others.
Yes.
Perhaps they were doing a joke, but like also describing themselves.
Entities of presumed great power often have complexes of arrogance and egoism that often leads to their downfall. It's often the thing that you assume that you can control that you often can't control. This I learned many years ago. We'll have to wait till Jubilant and Uilleam arrive to see if they can corroborate or discuss if they were visited as well.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a reasonable idea.
But until then, it is something that we must investigate further, I think.
At this point, I'd say that Jubilant starts coming down.
Menethil. What the fuck is Menethil?
Oh. Good morning,
From
Jubilant.
a video game.
Yes. It is a name from.
I guess you had the dream too.
Well, I had a dream, and it's kind of a dream that I've been having. It's cathedrals and a church with a current behind it. I'm trying to remember my notes. There were things, and it was kind of like same old, same old. But then it started talking to me, and it was like, you can be a thorn in my side, or you can be a spear to something. I imagine spear to its death. Or I could be an angel to its wing. And I was like,
Do you
no.
want me to remind you of his exact wording? Because
I
you
wrote
really
down.
messed up somewhere.
I wrote down. Can
Very
be
Jubilant, by
thorn.
the way.
I wrote down can be thorn in his, and then no words, and then spear to prove death is maybe what that word is, and then ally / angel to my wing.
So you said he said you can be a you could be a thorn in my side, a spear. I don't remember exactly a spear to what, but he said the other. You got the gist of it.
Most of
it's
it, yeah.
In the most jubilant way possible.
Just 100% Jubilant all the way. I don't know. I stopped listening.
But anyway, like I'm gonna be an angel to anything but God and Cain. It was ridiculous. Then they said their name is Menethil, and then what is that? You said it's from a video game? I wasn't allowed to play video games when I was still human, and I don't really see much point in it, traveling.
I have
Just
no
not my
idea
thing.
what it is. Video games were not a thing when I was younger.
I never had the time, really. My nose was
I think
too
I had a
busy
friend
to
in
look.
high school that played it. I didn't play it. I just recognized it.
So what? We have an entity masquerading as a meme lord.
Might not be a masquerade.
Did I use the term correctly?
Maybe they are. Maybe they play that game and just love it. I don't know.
So we're being sold by a teenager.
That's what it feels
A teenager in the body of someone with enough power to infiltrate 3 people's dreams.
At the same
And-
time,
People.
apparently.
Is
I mean-
possibly the reason we're all seeing and hearing things that aren't actually happening.
Yeah, that part's a little bit disturbing.
Oh yeah, Jubilant. Mathias and I both had dreams, though I can't remember mine that well, so I'm not sure what we talked about. But I remember it happening.
Mine was in hold on. Mine was in complete darkness, right? Like it would not face me as a person. It made it all dark. Yes. Yes, it did. I'm sorry. Did y'all see a person? Because it was
Yeah.
just it didn't let me see it.
Hmm.
Is there
Maybe it
is
was afraid of
there
you.
is there
And
a
as they described the individual that they both saw, neither one of them is the same person.
okay. Could
Okay.
I
interesting.
is there anything I could insight off of that? I mean, I might not be able to get it because I'm trying to pull insight from a dream.
You're not going to gain insight off of
Okay.
a disembodied voice, but
I mean, okay,
you
yeah.
can try and assume things based off of that.
Well,
So why
does
would it show
feel-
y'all people? Did you know the
Right.
person it showed you?
I don't remember, Dread. What did it show me exactly? It was a different version of me.
It was
right?
just a person in a well-dressed suit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was nobody you've ever seen before.
Just a generic brown
Yeah,
dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
I'm
also
sorry.
seems to be very different in each case as well. Hmm.
It did say that due to my maneuverings, it was willing to form an alliance with me. But it would not reach my terms. It wanted me to reach by its terms, and this was unacceptable to me.
I will correct you right there, sir. He agreed to your terms. You did not agree to his.
It was the wording in which he tried to say it, which threw me off. So, in the end, I did not choose to form an alliance with the entity. So
As I
was quick to-
said, I can't remember the words, but I feel like it didn't go well for him. Because I don't feel massive amounts of power coursing through my blood.
Hmm.
mine comes purely from my maneuverings.
Seems to me like the entity wished to form some type of an alliance with those of us in our group, except for myself, I guess, because I didn't have any nighttime visit. But why would it even reach out when before it seems like it didn't have to? It manipulated our memories, made us see things, hear things, experience things that didn't happen. And so why now?
I was actually
Perhaps
thinking about that
it is afraid.
this morning, and thinking back on it, I can't prove this, and it's just a hunch. I feel like I've been affected less than y'all, because y'all keep mentioning y'all mentioned multiple times that it happened to you, and I can only think of like once that it happened to me, as far as I can tell.
But how would you know? That's kind of the thing. Like,
Yeah.
am I actually here? Did I come to St. Louis? Did I actually get her to, use her powers and turn her plane around? Like, am I talking to you now? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? All of this.
Indeed, it does kind of make you question everything.
Jubilant's just going to sit down. She's going to sit down on the floor.
Perhaps this does warrant further
Not at the table?
study. Clickety, clickety, clickety.
Shut up. Sorry. That was really aggressive.
Wow. Abba.
Well, it would appear that we have further investigating to do.
Hmm. Yes, I think I will go to where I have studied before with my allies. See what kind of anything I can glean from these type of abilities, and perhaps maybe even make a connection to the name given.
It's about
So
this
what-
I
time.
have to actually.
It's about this time. No, it's not even. Like about a half hour after the end of this conversation, Uilleam wakes up.
Sup, fuckers? Oh,
Evening.
evening. That was a great sleep.
Do you know what Manithil
Did
is?
you get finished? Blah, 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 blah. Did you get... I've lost the word completely.
A visit?
Visited by a strange entity offering you vast amounts of power?
Uilleam will look at Mathias.
In your dream. In your dream.
Oh, no.
You get visited in your dream. Okay.
No. No, I had a great sleep.
Interesting.
Huh. 'Cause 3 of us did.
Yeah, okay. What did you say, Jubilant?
Do you know what Manithil is?
What's your streetwise?
2.
2? Oh yeah, you know who it is.
Yeah.
What is it?
This is for World of Warcraft. It's on that X place thing.
I like how you can't work a fucking phone. I had to shove a phone into your chest and force you to use it. You barely managed to take pictures of your own fucking self.
He's only read the player's handbook for
He's read all the
Warcraft
novels. He's read
3.
all the novels.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe he
fucking World of Warcraft is.
maybe he slept at a bus station once where one guy was waiting for the
No,
bus.
no. He
Wouldn't
has
stop fucking
extensive
talking about World of
knowledge
Warcraft.
on World of Warcraft lore. Doesn't know what it is or where it's from.
What you have to remember is, I'm a kindred. I stay up all night. Who else stays up all night? Gamers. It's kind of... Who else am I going to talk to?
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah. 3 of us got visited by this Manithil, I guess.
3 ghosts. Never mind.
And immediately, what you
need to
think
find the true meaning of Christmas.
what you think is Arthas?
Yeah.
Uilleam.
Why would you be dreaming of a video game?
I didn't. Some person showed me a dream that I've been having, and then she puts on some dessert lip gloss. And then they made it all dark so I couldn't see anything, and they were like, "Oh, be a pain in my ass or be the pain in other people's asses for me," essentially. I don't know. But then I asked them their name and they said Manithil.
Huh.
I had a dream back from when I was human, and I don't remember the conversation, but I remember knowing it wasn't a dream and having a conversation.
You know what I really don't like about this is that it's trying to make me doubt my daddy, and I don't like that. It made me think I was kicked out of my church. It tried to give me dreams of my daddy being less than a godly man, and I don't appreciate that. I didn't believe them. You're muted. Okay. I don't.
Perhaps
don't
it is trying to
appreciate
steer us and you away from a specific direction. Perhaps against potential help against whomever this entity is. As from what you've said, your daddy has been around for a while, so he has a significant amount of power as well as influence.
Yeah.
And perhaps that connection, per se, could be considered a threat to this individual, and perhaps you just your abilities as your clan tends to be more in tune with things of the mind, and so perhaps that is why myself and Uilleam didn't get any sort of visitation, as we don't really have any particular connections to this area.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I've been in town as far as I can tell, as long as you.
That's a good point. I'm not sure why Mr. Hoyt here has been visited as opposed to, but maybe it was a you just got caught in the bubble or something. It reached out and happened to catch you too. Hard to say.
I mean,
Hard
are
to
we
say.
even in St. Louis? How can we know anything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Because I don't
Well,
think
how
it's
would you
strong
know?
enough to cause a hallucinatory terrain.
How would you know? Not we. I don't have a mouse in my pocket. Uilleam put a body in Aleister's car.
When?
Is there a body? Don't you fucking dare, Uilleam. Don't. You were very rude to me yesterday, and I forgave you because you brought me a Jessica Simpson autograph, okay?
The fuck you get a Jessica Simpson autograph?
Oh, it was fucking mental. I went back to the bar. They were there. Oh, it was a fucking great party. Oh, sang together. I meant to. I meant to actually let you know, but I just could not figure out how to work that phone.
I called you easily 500 times.
Yeah, but like every time, like I put it up, it just kept on making noise, and it just wouldn't do anything.
Why do you know about video games, but not how to operate a fucking phone, Uilleam?
You don't need a phone to learn about video games. And it wasn't a video game, it was a book. It had really cool pictures.
They've written a lot of books about these games. They've written a lot of books.
Yep. It's actually quite crazy how many.
Well, I think I might have a decent base at the very least to try and glean some extra information. So if the rest of you don't have anything in particular that any particular directions you need to go, I am going to go and do some research.
Where are you going?
To my allies.
I have a few stops that we need to make as well.
Unfortunately, this sort of thing is something I cannot discuss, and I cannot take anyone with me. But just to let you know, it is nothing against any of you. But if I talked about it, I would die.
I understand. You do what you do. Come back with your findings. We'll meet back at the Coterie house.
I'll do the best I can.
So, Jubilant, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You mentioned that you are not on the house with your father anymore, huh?
Oh, apparently I never was. Apparently the day that he kicked me out didn't happen. Apparently, even though Divinity called him, according to Daddy, no one ever called him. And he's not in Seattle. And I don't know if that's the part that's wrong or if the other part was wrong. And I don't know what to do. But if the conversation that happened yesterday happened, then he is very upset with me for securing security with you.
Is that so bad, though? That you have brokered the alliance with me? Join the organization.
I mean, if you want everything done exactly the way you want it done, then why send someone who is a singer to go make deals for you? It doesn't. I don't. And she's just gonna trail off into just like she's real spirally because she has spent weeks or nights thinking this, and now she's just like,
All due respect, Jubilant, off of the 2 people in your family that I've met, I'd pick you over your sister.
You just don't know her very well. I mean, I went and I
True.
told Aleister you were caitiff after I told you I wouldn't tell anybody. But also, he was going to go to Camarilla, or at least I thought he was going to go to the Camarilla. I don't know if those conversations happened. I don't know if I've ever actually met you. I don't know if you're a real person. I don't know if any of this is fucking real. Maybe I'm still in Charlotte.
Can I just, like, as she's going down the spiral, just walk up and, like, pinch the shit out of her cheek? Be like, you feel that? There you go.
Karter, bless your heart so much. But the thing is that I felt myself die in fire. So that's not very helpful. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Uilleam will punch
And I got my
Mathias in the
leg bit
shoulder.
Yeah.
What is your strength?
Who?
Oh,
Uilleam. Uilleam's punching Mathias. Is that what's happening? Okay.
3
Yeah.
And what is your potence rating?
potence rating. Who the fuck's that?
It's your blood potence.
Discipline.
No,
discipline.
it's discipline. Potence.
Discipline. Oh, potence. Never mind. I blah brain.
Potence is 0.
Okay. So you're not going to send him flying across the room.
I was thinking blood potency.
Because it would be very much like Hulk versus Loki if you had potence.
I have potence, however.
Well, I was the plan on like I was the got to be like full
Yeah,
strength.
yours is gonna. Yeah, I know. what you
But-
mean.
I know, but at the same time.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be soft though. Like I had to make a point. I had to prove the Jubilant were
Right.
real.
Yeah.
What's
thank
your
you
what's
for
your
the-
stamina?
Damn it.
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine is 2.
All right. So roll me your brawl plus strength.
Brawl plus strength. All
And
right.
not you.
Oh.
Illium.
Illium.
Oh no.
And we're just gonna deduct his stamina from how much that hurts.
So I have to roll. So brawl and then strength is the second.
Yep.
Because I have 3 in each.
Ooh.
Right,
gonna
brawl,
hurt.
strength. Do I have any
Maybe.
extra die?
Maybe.
Nah, I've not got
Nope.
nothing that will use.
And
Yeah.
don't worry about difficulty.
Yeah, I'll just do 2 anyway.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. You're you're a little bruised. You got 1 point of. You've got 1 level of damage.
Thank you, Liam. You've made your point that they are very much real.
There you go. See?
But how would you know?
Because it hurt.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does mean something.
Right.
It doesn't.
Mathias,
promise
turn
you.
around. I'll get your other shoulder.
No. You.
I died.
Word.
I was burned to death.
Okay,
And that was
Jubilant.
very real.
Right. Listen to me. I understand that this is twisting and disconcerting, and that your point of things not being real is valid. But this is what entities like this want. They want to spiral us. They want us to sow seeds of chaos so that we are distracted and lose our faith in the things we have already done, the things we have built, the things we have put in place. It questions our reality. It forces us to what's the word I'm looking for? It forces us to give in to delusion, correct? So, we may not be real, but we have to operate in the theater that we are real, that we can claim our own agency and our own power. We must not allow the dream to fool us into thinking that we're a dream.
I'm sure you thought that helped.
I mean, when it all comes down to it, do you think that your hallucinations are enough to make up completely new people that you've never met with the very specific backgrounds, names, and abilities?
Yes.
That's fair.
Under that,
All
then
in-
you wouldn't have a really awesome photo on your phone thing there.
And let me tell you what, if I don't, I will cry myself to death.
It's a shame. But
Well, I mean,
I
yeah,
under-
lose all your blood. That I guess. Yeah.
I understand the crisis that we face.
As a matter of
Yes.
fact, she's going to pick up her phone and she's going to show it to Mathias and not look at it herself. She's going to close her eyes and just go into the photos and tell me if there's a Jessica Simpson photo with Uilleam.
Grab out my stylus and file through. Yeah, your photo's there.
I don't believe you. Karter?
I'll look at it. Yeah,
What was hurtful, Jubilant?
that's there.
I don't believe him either. Aleister? Dr. Crowley?
I don't see it. He
Shut
wasn't
up,
looking.
Aleister, don't be a dick.
He wasn't looking at it.
She's going to start crying. She's crying.
What? You didn't believe them, so you believe me now?
Because
I
she doesn't
don't
trust you like
know.
she trusts us.
Oh, brother. Well, it wouldn't have mattered what I said then, would it?
True.
Good grief.
But we must stay focused on the task at hand. Yes.
What is the
Wait.
task, actually? You said we had some stops to make today.
The task at hand is to determine exactly what we are facing. So, I think we need to speak to people that have access to things that we do not. I'm planning to visit Dante and John to discuss a current situation that may require their assistance, as they are barons who wield more power than we do.
I really don't like the things that John did in my not real things. But then he absolutely did send us down to an alligator. Did the alligator bite off?
Yes. it did.
Yes.
Yes.
Did? Nothing is right.
Yes. Speaking from personal experience,
How would you
that
know, Karter?
alligator. I've been in a lot of pain and had a lot of things happen to me in my life and unlife. I know when my goddamn leg gets bitten off.
When you dreamed last night, did you know that you were dreaming
Yes, actually.
the whole time?
I did. When I had that conversation, yes. I know it was real. It was very different from the rest of the dream. There was I don't remember the conversation, but there was a stark difference.
Right, so let me get this straight. We may or may not be living in the world of Warcraft. We don't know what is real, but it might be real. But we don't know if it's real, but it could be. And what?
What is Menethil in World of Warcraft? I don't know what that is.
I do not know what it is either.
I literally only recognize the name.
Well, according to my Google search,
Chris, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah,
Or
it's
Illian
exactly.
definitely knows.
Go ahead.
You would know that the name Menethil was the name of the King of Lordaeron, who is a kingdom in World of Warcraft, whose son, Arthas Menethil, was sent to deal with the undead scourge.
Okay. Yeah, like he's the king of like Loridon or something like that, and like his son Arceus is like trying to kill undead shit.
But you also know that Arthas was corrupted by the undead and turned into the Lich King, who ruled over all undead and killed his own father.
Yeah, and then Arceus like properly was like a dick and like traited and was like, "Yo, undead people, I'm on your side." Woo! And then like kicked the shit out of his dad. His dad was kind of pissed off at that, and then he killed him. Some shit. It was a whole thing.
Oh,
Like
Zeus
you
and
really
Cronus.
need to read the books. Like, oh, it's a page turner.
Can I make like Or Aleister? Is there, because he is more occult than I do, is there anything in Kindred Society similar?
That's a lot to unpack.
Right, that's like what Aleister is planning to go and look up.
Right.
Because
That's why he needs to
there's
go
a
to
lot
people.
of
Similarity.
betrayal in Kindred history.
I mean,
So-
could be damn near anyone, but I don't.
I mean, if it's somebody who claims that they rule the undead, I
And
mean,
that they were sent to deal with the
something.
undead.
Yeah, it could be. It could. There's a lot of possibilities, and like I said, I would need to do some research to see what kind of similarities I could find, as well as the abilities that this particular entity has, and do some cross referencing. It's
I will
gonna be
say,
a long night.
I will say that with your knowledge of vampire history and all of that, you would know that there are a lot of parallels between the story of Arthas and the story of many kindred during the Crusades.
He will bring that up. Yeah, it does sound a lot like some things that happened back in the Crusades.
But you would know that overall, the name Menthol might just represent. I mean, it could just represent what he's going for.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's like such a modern. I mean, Uilleam can barely get a fuck around.
What you can at least assume from all this is that as ancient as he'd have to be to have all this power, he still has some connection to the world to be able to know the name Menethil.
Yeah, that makes it feel like it's not actually that old.
I mean,
necessarily.
out of all the kindred out there, there's got to be at least one that's a fucking nerd that just plays video games every day of their existence.
Nosferatu.
Most likely.
I mean, we don't know what John does in his time by himself, so because he
That's
doesn't
a
leave.
Good point.
Maybe he
That's
plays
a-
with his alligator. I don't know.
Got a lot of shit on his mind.
Well, regardless of the situation, we definitely know that there's an entity that needs to be identified and then planned to be dealt with.
I mean,
We
also,
are a contact point for that entity, so we must then inform those who have put us on this mission so that they, with us, can decide what the next course of action is.
I would like to point out, and I can be totally wrong, that this is Cane country, and you don't necessarily have to be old to be powerful
True.
if you've taken down people unworthy of their gifts,
True.
because you can gain their powers. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't.
It is possible.
Someone
Possibly a
diablerize enough kindred, they'll get really fucking powerful.
True.
We are. This is the center of the Church Cane.
Though, if there were a lot of kindred disappearing in a short period of time for a younger entity to gather this much power, it probably would be noticeable.
I mean,
Big country.
I would also
Well,
Could
I mean,
happen
I would
somewhere else.
say
Specific
that
area.
that might be true if it wasn't for the fact that all older vampires are fucking off and leaving without notice.
That's a good point.
Big country, it might not have even happened here. And he
Possible.
just came here.
True. There's a lot of unknowns. I have a lot to look through.
As I said, right now we're all working off a supposition and scattered clues.
Yeah.
We need to
I
see
wanna
what
look for
Aleister brings up, and we need to press the barons who have run this city to know if they know of entities that have moved in or have been here before that they may have interacted with or brokered alliances with who have now become active.
And since we know that this entity can also make us hallucinate phone calls and conversations, we need some way to know that it's not a hallucination or being manipulated in some way. I am going to contact my people to tell me and I'm going to tell them that I'm going to be there because I had a visit with them that was all in my head, apparently.
We've all had visits like that.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
And so, like, basically, I'm gonna tell them if I don't show up, to something is wrong. But I think we need to have like a pass phrase or something. Like we end our conversation with one specific thing, and hopefully this entity doesn't get word of it, so that we know that this is actually happening.
Yeah, I agree. There needs to be some sort of phrase or symbol that we use.
Hey guys, I have to mute myself for just like a couple of
Do your thing.
minutes. There's apparently a situation happening in my neighborhood, and I have to answer the phone.
Do your thing.
All right. If you want to throw up my character, Chris, I'm gonna turn my camera. I'm not gonna move my camera, but I'm gonna block it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, do your thing. You're good.
Anyone got suggestions?
We are going to, like I said, we are going to inform people who have.
I meant for the code phrase.
I don't know if it's a phrase. Maybe it is a gesture. Or we write a symbol. I unfortunately, with something that can manipulate our memories, anything we do is suspect.
And unfortunately, that's true. It depends on if it can actually read our minds or if it just lets us experience something, and then our mind is is where it goes on its own. I honestly do not know.
I say we do this. We proceed and we just double check to make sure everything we did is what we say it is. Like you say you're going here. We are headed to Dante first, and then we're going to go visit John.
All right.
After that, we will reconvene. We will check to make sure what we did is what we did.
Yeah.
And then we'll proceed going forward. It's the best we can do.
I suppose that's true.
Mhm.
It's about that
maybe you
exact
guys-
moment that you get a buzzing in your pocket. Aleister?
Okay. Yeah. To look at his phone. Which phone buzzed?
It's from the contact.
Okay. This is from the formerly the woman we formerly
The
thought was
formerly dead person, yes.
The formerly dead person.
I saw being very much not in that state, because technically she is dead, but kindred
Details.
vampires. All right, so what's the message say?
Message is been a couple of days. Update.
She wants an update. Interesting. I wonder what I should tell her. I don't think the Camarilla is going to be much help in this case. So obviously they don't need to know about any of it. The only thing they know is that I was investigating the murder that happened on the border. Yeah, I'll give him a little something. He texts. He'll just text us saying, shit, what was the name of that group again? I actually don't have my notes with me right now. The Cabal, yeah, possible Cabal involvement. Investigating
Possible Sabat.
Sabat, thank you. Sabat. Possible Sabat involvement, currently investigating J.D. Steele and his church is what he'll say to contact.
Okay, you won't get a response right away.
All right. I told the Camarilla we were looking at the Church of J.D. Steele. It's not anywhere where any of us are going currently. And
It's not a
from
bad
what you
idea.
guys told me about Mr. Steele, he seems a little odd.
Everyone's odd when they get old enough.
But I'm sure he and his followers can handle anything any sort of suspicion that the Camarilla might throw his way.
Someone want to catch me up to speed?
Yes.
We all died.
I'm
Not
sure
much
Jubilant might have
happened.
something to say.
They were just talking about code phrases, and then he got a text message from the formerly dead Mrs. Danica Williams.
Okay.
Asking for an update because it's been a couple of days since he's sent anything to her.
And Aleister did reveal that is who sent him a message, and he said that he will not tell her what they are doing because it is not likely they're going to be any help.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he's like he was going to mention that it's possible Sabbat activity, and currently investigating JD Steele's church is what he said. That
I will say I wouldn't count the Camarilla out as a source of information. They're old. You know?
So is the Chantry.
Sure. Mostly align themselves with the Camarilla.
Well, do we want to all go to Dante besides Aleister, or do we want to split up and some of us go Dante, some of us goes John?
I'm not going to John by myself. Ever.
I'll definitely want to be at John because John and I have a tenuous relationship, and I don't trust him to not try and fuck over you guys if I'm not there.
That's cool.
Personally, I would like to go see Dante specifically, but if we just all want to go to eat to both, that might be easier.
Yeah.
I think we should roll as a unit to make sure that we are all connected, and if we come with a group information, it will lend more credibility to what we're trying to deliver. It'll also we may, or at least I may have to make an envoy visit to the Camarilla because they do have older resources than we do. I said I, not you. I know you do not want to deal with that, Jubilant, but I have some connections to people there as well. And if it is a situation having vampires with more resources and greater power than we currently can muster would be a good thing. But that is after we see the situation for ourselves.
Is my sister back?
She should be coming in shortly. We have to pick her up this evening.
Okay.
That's also another stop we have to make. I would like to secure her and make sure she is safe.
Well,
Which
that
reminds me-
Ilium, you've been quiet.
I don't have a fucking clue what's going on.
Welcome to the club.
Right, can I ask one
Yeah,
question, Storyteller?
Okay.
Is there a reason as to why when my name was brought up to John and it was I haven't heard that name in 40 years or blah blah blah, is there a reason why Uilleam hasn't went to John in any of the time that
Well, the reason the reason you gave, I heard he's a cunt.
yeah, but that's what
And
I mean, like,
you also lived in Dante's territory.
yeah, so like is it just that I've never been really in
Never
his
had a reason to.
right, that's all right. No, it was just in case there was like an active reason as to why I hadn't actually went to see him, or if it was one of the ones that he's no heard about me in 40 years and there's a reason as to why I've no wanted him to know about me for 40 years, blah blah blah. So no, that's cool. It was just before we actually go, if I would have to make up a reason as to why Uilleam is not going to John's place.
Although he did warn them that wherever you go, chaos follows. So he has an idea of your repertoire and your notoriety.
That's why I was wondering if it's one of the ones like,
it's not anything personal. He knows the kind of shit you can cause.
Yeah, no, that's cool. As long as there's like there wasn't a genuinely bad reason as to why I've never really been about, in case it isn't a past thing that we've crossed paths 40 years ago, and I was told never to turn up in his door.
It's one of those things that with Nosferatu, the name they give you probably isn't their name, so this is probably not his name, so you wouldn't even know.
Right. No, that's cool. Then it was just before we really get right into that. So no, that's cool. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we should go make our way.
Yeah. Is John that much of a cunt? But I've heard he's a cunt. Like, is he a pro?
Yes, he is a
Yes.
proper ass.
During all the you guys' conversation, Aleister will just send a text on his chantry phone, telling them that he's planning to come and visit to do some research, and if he does not arrive in like an hour or something like that, however long it would normally take him to get there, that he may be being manipulated by an outside entity, and that they need to contact him, or that he needs to be contacted, or something,
Sure.
or perhaps neutralized.
Now, question: you just heard Mathias talking about going to the camera. Would you offer to go with him, or were you too busy with the?
If Mathias needs to go to the Camarilla, Aleister can go. Doesn't have a problem going along, but he's not sure how long his research at the Chantry is going to take.
Yeah.
So, he would offer that if he
I
has
would say
time,
that
he will.
I would say that from what all you've already said, all of you, is that being by yourselves is probably the biggest danger to being manipulated. So it doesn't really make sense for people to be going off on their own,
Right,
except for your Chantry. Mind you, the Chantry location probably not a secret. The insides of the Chantry is a secret.
And the fact that if they know, like, obviously Mathias would know the location as a Chantry location, but like, so if Aleister would go there, then that would really would reveal his actual alliance. So,
I mean, most of the time, most clans are. I mean, I wouldn't even say that. There are a few clans that are more aligned with their clan than they are with any sect.
yeah, but in this case, Aleister will still just not. He's not going to have, because either way, nobody can come in with him.
Yeah, it's not like it's one of those things where you had to wait in the car or go do something else while you were doing that anyway.
Yeah,
that would be wasting.
That's why we'll regroup after he's done, and we meet with the barons and decide the next step.
Right. So I'd say that it would probably be a good idea to go. Let me just see if I understand what the events are going to be for you guys. You guys are planning on going to the different bands while he goes to the Chantry.
Yes.
Meet up after that, all of you.
Secure Jubilant or secure Divinity, and then if we deem it, we'll send an envoy to the Camarilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that would be when Aleister would be all right with going along with
Right.
for the Camarilla, because he has an in. But,
Okay, I was just trying to clarify because I was getting confused what was happening.
No, that's fair.
But yeah, Aleister will say, like, yeah, he if he doesn't show up in an hour, then he probably is being manipulated and needs to be neutralized.
Is that the exact wording you send to the?
That is the exact wording he says.
Okay. Gotcha.
We'll make sure to take care of that.
All right, so let's start with the closer of the location, which is the Chantry. Because if you're which baron are you guys going to first?
Dante.
Well, we're in the south, so we would stop at John's first.
Okay.
Because the Coterie House is in the southern.
We will go to
territory.
John's first then.
I know no one likes it either.
You head off on your own in your car.
So when we get in the car, I have some more tucking I have to do before we get there.
Yeah. Aleister, you head off on your own, and you guys get into the car and start making your way towards
Jubilant. Before we get to John's, I had more to ask you about our alliance, but things have been kind of chaotic, and I just want to clarify some stuff. Where you are, and I had some ideas, but I don't know if you'd be willing to go through with them now, knowing where you are with your father.
Okay.
So, you said that you wanted to join the organization and you were willing to work with me. And I have plans to facilitate things that you were concerned you would not be able to do. But with you being back in the family, that seems like, I don't know, I'm curious to know where we stand.
I mean, I don't think I can really answer a question about this right now because I thoroughly don't know what has happened and what has not.
That's fair. I ask out of concern for not only our agreement, but you as a person. I've taken interest in the members of this coterie, and I'd like to know if things are what they are.
It seems like no matter what the reality is, my daddy is mad at me and doesn't like my decisions, and yet he sends me out to make decisions. So, I don't know.
Well, if that's the case, why don't, when this is sorted, why don't we start making some decisions? You have great power and great potential. I feel, and forgive my presumption, but I feel your father does not hold your potential in the highest regard. I feel that he, from what little I know, is basically sent you off to do fool's errand. You could be so much more. You have the potential with your abilities and your talent to be much greater than you are at this point. And if we survive, I would love to bring those to fruition.
Jubilant is going to silently cry and not answer anymore. Because you hit on a thing of not appreciating.
I know.
And so she's just gonna.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to upset you. I will leave you to your thoughts. Karter, Uilleam, what are you gentlemen thinking? When we approach John, I want to approach him as a unified front to make him aware of the potential that we are facing so that he may not find a way to play games. We're going to need allies, and we need him to do what we need him to do, as with Dante. I'd like to know your thoughts, gentlemen.
Personally, I don't really know how to handle John, so I was mostly planning on keeping my mouth shut and just agreeing with whatever the group says, honestly.
Uilleam will
No
stop
worries.
singing 500 miles and then start paying.
14 miles.
Sorry, what? What?
14
14
miles.
miles.
Oh, you can just go and fuck yourself.
I mean, hopefully I don't have to, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, I've like never met the guy. Like, I don't know. I just take in like everybody like at face value. Like, you all seem to say that he's a bit of a cunt. Like, the question is how will he react to me as opposed to how we handle him? Like, is he the type of person that I should be telling to fuck off? Is he the type of person that I should behave around? Like,
I
He's a
don't know.
Nosferatu who has struggled to get where he is. So, with John, it's about the respect, but it's also about you cannot let them push you around.
okay.
We have to show him that we have discovered some things that are important, and if he wants to maintain his power, he will have to assist us in what we need done. Now, Mathias literally stopped and checked himself in case you guys didn't catch that when he said maintain his power. I want you guys to know that hesitation was Mathias on purpose hesitating when he said maintain his power. But if John does not want to do what is necessary, he may lose the things that, like all of us. So we have to speak in a way that is motivational. So respect, if respect is given, tell him what we know a little bit to entice him to give more assistance if possible. If he chooses not to assist, then we have to make decisions about him.
Yep, I read you it loud and clear. Good cop, bad cop, got it in one.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Jubilant, I'm sorry, you said something. You made a comment when I was speaking. I apologize if I did not hear you.
What did I say?
I don't know. You had mentioned
think
something
I
under
said
your breath.
I think I said who knows, because Uilleam asked if he's like an asshole or if he needs to be respected, and so like I was thinking he was an asshole this whole time, but he was very nice to me on the phone yesterday and said that like none of that stuff happened except for the alligator thing, which was super assholey thing. So I don't know.
I mean, was the alligator an asshole thing? Because, I mean, granted, it was kind of shit that happened to Karter, like, but at the same time, power move, absolute power move, let's be real. Like, it was kind of badass. Would have been cool to see it. Kind of upset that he's didn't let me be there. But, yeah, like...
Again, you chose to stay at the car.
Yeah, because I was keeping watch. I was being surveillance.
But no one told you to do
John,
it. You did that on your own.
I think the best way to describe John is he's got a chip on his shoulder because of the way he is and the way he looks. He's had to probably struggle a lot for the power he's got. So now he wants to make sure everyone knows that he's got that power.
Indeed.
Yeah, see, when you say that, alligator sounds on point then, doesn't it? Like, if you think about
it fits perfectly.
Yeah,
It's
like-
still a dick move, but it fits perfectly.
Yeah, like, it was a dick move. Like, it's one of the ones. Your plan was cool, execution kind of flawed, but like he didn't have to like let yous get out the elevator. It could have been like, oh look, here's where you're. Up, just kidding. Shut the doors. But yeah, like it could have handled that situation better. But at the same time, it kind of was cool. You've got a wicked story to tell people. Like, who really is the winner and the loser in this situation?
I think it was kind of a tie, but I think the alligator won. I got like 2 hits in, but it won.
Karter, you definitely showed the alligator who's boss.
Yeah, he punched a fucking alligator. Like,
Yeah,
even
but
the
it kept
story
chasing.
of that is like, yeah, stop. Like, you punched an alligator. Like, the story itself, that's a great. I wish I was there. Even losing the leg, I still put you on top. You punched an alligator. Like, who can say that they've punched an alligator? Who can say they've even fought an alligator, let alone punch it? Most people just like get killed by them. Like, hello.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or not most people were angels, but okay.
Aren't we all angels?
No. Us, yes. Kindred, yes. Humans, no. Demons, also no.
I mean,
what is your take on the lichens?
That's a good question. I don't. Daddy has not very much talked about the werewolves. And I don't. Haba doesn't know anything about werewolves in relation
You
to
would know-
Cain.
You would know exactly what werewolves know. But not werewolves, but vampires know about werewolves. Scary, big. Stay the fuck away from them.
They'll eat you if you give them the chance. Kind of like an alligator.
Very useful.
so there you go, Karter. You basically fought a lichen.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. It was an alligator.
I haven't run into a Lycan, but I've met someone who has. It ain't the same thing.
They make for
It
good
ain't the same
drinking
thing.
companions.
Who do you know who met a werewolf?
Someone you've never met, and who I'm not gonna name because he is someone important to me. I didn't
Oh,
say he
okay.
fought him. I said he met him. He's
Okay.
running to him. There's a difference
Okay.
between a Lycan and those fuckers. Those are walking tanks.
They make good security when doing high pressure situations. Out of most
I
of
like the implication that Mathias has convinced a
werewolf.
werewolf, A, not to eat him, and B, to work for him.
I mean,
Yeah, Carter's got
Insight
wide
check.
Carter's got wide eyes at that sentence.
It's funny, out of all the supernatural community, werewolves not so bad sometimes.
You got to call
Mages.
bullshit on that.
Mages are tricksy fellows. Like changelings. All have a purpose and a place. All are useful in their own way.
I'm sure.
What? You seem surprised that a man like me would have such dealings.
I'm surprised that any vampire would. That I think really is what it is. It's not that it's a man like you. It's any vampire. Because from what Daddy says, they'd rather eat you than talk.
Well, they would.
I mean, most mortals would probably say that about us.
Most mortals I deal with seem reasonable. If you treat them...
Let me change that word. Most hunters would probably say that about us.
That's fair.
Hunters. Such interesting fellows and females.
What'd y'all do the other night?
We were able to broker a deal.
With who?
The hunters.
Wait, y'all went and found the hunters? She did not know this, right?
No,
Nope.
you didn't. Yes, we were able to locate them and we arranged to meet.
Did you kill them?
Didn't need to.
What do you mean you didn't need to?
Wasn't that
What do
the
you-
job?
No, the job was to get the hunters off our backs.
How did you do that?
By giving them opportunities that they wouldn't be able to have before they met
He
us.
gave them jobs.
They work for us now.
They were actually fairly reasonable people. Apparently, they don't even know us as kindred, or they call us blank bodies.
It's not a very appealing term.
So let me get this
No,
right.
I've
This
never
straight.
heard it.
The hunters who sole purpose is to go about and murder our kind are cool in that, but an alligator that goes about trying to kill our kind is evil. How's that fair?
No,
Everybody
the
say
alligator
that?
ain't evil. John's a dick. The alligator's just an alligator. It's just an animal.
Yes. You cannot blame an
I'm
animal
not
for
blaming the
doing what it's
alligator
supposed to
for
do.
eating my leg. I'm blaming John for the alligator eating my leg.
Just out of character. Really glad that all the blame is on John.
And the hunters are just people with
Mission.
different motivations that
So they're repentant,
were...
you're saying.
Oh no. They're totally focused
Oh
on
no, they
their
were
missions.
fully prepared to kill us. That's the whole reason I was there, was to make sure they didn't kill us.
Okay. So are they still set on hunting angels?
Depends on the task they're assigned.
So yes. So you've done nothing.
I have made our position stronger for what is to come.
They're not hunting angels right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we'll be telling Dante this part of the...
No,
Interesting.
we'll discuss Menathiel.
Are
Things
we
we
going
do
to be meeting these people?
It depends if the need arises. Did you want to meet them?
No.
I told you I wouldn't lie to you, Jubilant. You are part of the organization. You are.
Keeping a secret is still a lie.
No, it is not. Not unless it is asked for and you deny it.
Did they have anything to do? Okay. Did they come to my church?
Yes.
Were they going to do something to my church?
They were mostly fact finding. They were not here because of us. They were here because of the murder and the ritualistic nature of it. It coincidentally led a trail to us. You were a point of interest
Why? Why would I be a point of interest?
because one of them has connections to you.
I beg your pardon.
Mm-hmm.
How is a hunter connected to me?
Well, not you in your current form.
What do you mean by that, Mathias?
You said it yourself. Your brother.
What?
Yes. I met him. He works for us now.
Joseph?
Indeed.
Why?
He was tasked to figure out the body. He had learned of your church and thus discovered that your identity.
Why was he looking for me?
I don't think he was looking for you specifically until he found out that you were here.
Oh my fucking god.
Correction. He's been looking for you ever since you disappeared.
Did he tell me
I
that?
don't-
though?
No, he didn't tell Mathias that.
He might not have told you that right away, but at this point, you've probably been talking to him.
I feel
behind
like
the scenes.
maybe he did. I feel like
I
feel like
don't
maybe
remember
he said-
exactly if he
Yeah.
had mentioned that he were looking for her, like specifically, or if it was accidental. So if it was, Mathias would have said he's been looking for you for quite a stretch of time.
He left. He
did.
just like left our family when I was still a teenager. And,
Apparently, he fell into the scrape of a disgraced Catholic priest.
What did he want?
Gift. He wanted a gift.
A gift of what?
He wanted gift of the night.
I'm sorry. What do you mean by that?
To use your parlance, he wanted to join the angels.
Hmm. Hmm.
He's not been granted this gift yet.
Jessica?
She has like a bag of popcorn. It's just like. This is the best I've seen in like weeks.
Is a hunter worthy of being an angel? Ever?
I can guess. It depends on the hunter, I guess. I mean, some of them are terrible. I mean, they're just misguided most of the times. I mean, think about it. If let's just think about it this way. If you were raised in a way that made you think that all of God's angels were monsters, would it not be your duty to hunt them?
Okay.
It's weird that he wanted to become an angel.
Right. What? And this is okay. She's gonna look back to Mathias. Why does he want to be? Why does he want to be an angel all of a sudden?
Do you want to know the real truth?
Yes.
He wants to be with family.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, it might not be terrible.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't have any blood relatives anymore. Maybe it'd be a good thing.
I have plenty of blood relatives, Jessica.
You know what I mean.
We all share daddy's blood. Those are my blood relatives.
I don't share daddy's blood. What are you talking about?
You're not my relative.
No shit. But you just said all of us share. Whatever.
No, I meant Deatherage's. I have plenty of blood.
But he's
family.
not a Deatherage. So, I mean, but
Yeah.
he had relation with you, but that's not what I meant. That's not how I meant it.
Mathias,
Yes, Miss Jubilant.
how are you securing him admittance to the heavenly host?
If he proves himself useful to the organization and completes the tasks, I have a certain vampire in mind who can grant him the gift.
Who?
A Ventru. Someone I have worked with and has availed themselves of my
Oh, that's
services for
terrible. No, never
many
that.
years.
No. I mean, if he's gonna be an angel, make him a good angel.
I think it would fit his skill set pretty interestingly.
She's gonna call daddy.
Oh, right now? Okay. Okay. You're putting on speaker or?
Yes.
Okay. Deatherage Family Tabernacle, thank you for calling. How can I help you?
I need to speak to daddy.
Jubilant? Oh, it's been so long. There's so much I need to tell you. We had such a wonderful trip in Seattle.
Daddy said y'all didn't go to Seattle.
Well, we were in Seattle. We left a long time ago.
No, Daddy said that y'all didn't go to Seattle.
That's not true. I don't think that's what he said. He said he wasn't in Seattle.
Yeah, he said he wasn't in Seattle.
Okay. I need to speak to Daddy.
Okay. I'll put you through.
You have such a lovely family, Jubilant.
We're angels.
Jubilant, how are you, hon?
Hi, Daddy. Did I talk to you yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. Just, for politeness sake, you are on speakerphone. I'm with the coterie that I'm in, apparently, in St. Louis.
With that person?
Yes, Daddy, with that person. And he told me something incredibly interesting. And it's that one of the hunters that was hunting us down here is Joseph Armstrong.
The guy that signed the book at our church?
The guy that is my brother.
Well, yeah, I know that, but
No.
the guy that signed the book at our church?
No.
So he didn't do that.
But my actual brother from when I was not.
That's confusing.
Angel. And now he wants to be an angel instead of a hunter.
I think his intention was to do both.
Hello there.
I'm sorry.
Mathias.
Do both? Well, okay. So like if you're an angel and and there are people who don't deserve your station, then I guess then that would be fine. Because we are his divine predators, after all.
That is true. We are the divine predators, but you can't just be killing people willy-nilly just because you need to prove that they're not worthy first.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
I was not talking to you, mister.
Don't be
I
rude.
know.
Well, I mean, I've killed Kindred.
I'm sorry, who is talking?
That's
We've
Karter.
met before. It's Karter Hoyt. I did security for you a few years back.
Karter Hoyt.
I think we met once
You hear
for
you hear
5
ruffling
seconds.
of paper.
But I mean, I've killed a Kindred before.
I have as well. Several.
God and Cain both they forgive many things. That being said, a sin is a sin. All I am saying, Jubilant, is I trust your judgment.
Why?
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 You've done much to prove yourself over the years.
What?
I'm being pranked here. Do we really need to pull up your background? Jubilant, you know how much you mean to this church and to me. This is
Mathias
not
wants
a fool's
adventure.
errand that I've sent you on. I believe that you and Destiny are more than capable.
Divinity.
Whatever. Right now, I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to you.
I let it go where it was like, maybe he's talking about having a destiny.
I told you I'm never gonna get the name. It's never gonna happen.
I love the idea of this man who's sired so many vampires just being like, Destiny, her name's Divinity Daddy. Whatever.
Whatever.
That is something that my dad does. I get called Jennifer all the time. And I'm like, nope, not her.
The point I'm making here is that you and your sister are more than capable of setting up a church ahead of our arrival. I do not think that is too much for you.
When are you coming?
Am I
here?
wrong?
No, when are you coming here? Where are y'all
We
now?
plan on making our way. We're on our way that way now. Not directly, of course. There's a tour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where are y'all?
Right now, we're about Montana.
Kind of the wrong.
We came from Seattle.
Uh-huh.
It's not the wrong direction, honey.
Well, it's not the most direct direction.
We're trying to save lives and save souls. Why would we make the most direct path?
Fair enough. So anyway, Mathias said that he has a Ventru woman picked out for Joseph.
Well, that's a choice, I guess. That sounds like a Mathias thing to do.
Do you know him?
Oh, I know of him.
Okay, that's not the same. Okay.
And his type.
Do I let that go?
That's on you as your brother. Would you trust that to just anybody?
I hate everything in St. Louis. Goodbye, Daddy. I'm just gonna hang up.
So let me get this all straight. You joined his organization?
I have
Oh
people.
yeah, you didn't even know about that.
I have people I have to take care of.
And we will take care of them. We'll raise them to high heights,
Okay.
if that is what they deem necessary.
Uilleam's just going to turn to the window.
Karter works for him too.
Start
He already
ripping up
knew
the
that.
upholstery again.
You said yesterday. I'm still kind of mad at you. I greatly appreciate Jessica Simpson stuff, and so like you, I have mostly forgiven you. But I would like to remind you that yesterday you told me that I don't care about anybody but myself. I got a whole fucking clan of vampires depending on me. Sorry. I'm so fucking hungry, you guys.
Not technically a whole clan, just a whole family.
No, I'm gonna say a whole clan.
That being said,
What I said.
you're hungry. I'm hungry. I'm sure a couple of people can do a couple of things. So it's 8:12. We're gonna take our break. Get up, walk around, do your thing. Be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you then. Welcome back. So, as we abruptly went and got something to eat.
People got to do what people got to do. Don't apologize for that.
Ain't no fucking problem with me.
What do you have? What are you drinking, real quick?
Izzy.
Oh, that's what I thought it was. I was like,
I
that's
love
gotta be an
those.
Izzy. Those are so good.
Mm-hmm.
What flavor?
Blackberry.
Oh yes, one of the good ones. One of the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. So
We all
on
made
Wednesdays, on Wednesdays,
Taco.
Jacobo brings home dinner, and today dinner was Chipotle.
I've been craving a burrito for months.
I had to.
You live in Seattle. Why don't you just go get a burrito?
Because I'm fucking broke. Brother gotta eat what brother
Get it
can
from a
afford
food
right
cart,
now.
man.
Brother gotta eat what brother can afford.
Oh, taco. No, not Moe's.
That's like
Not
going to the movie theater
Moe's.
and getting the nachos there and saying they're better.
Right?
No, I love movie theater nachos. Fuck you.
I mean,
Movie theater nachos
movie
are
theater
great.
nachos
They're
slap.
not better than real nachos.
No,
They are.
No, but like they slap though. I'll back you on that one. Have a movie
They
theater
are a
nacho slap.
horse of a different color.
Right.
It's
Just like
it's,
if you're going to fucking Taco Bell, you're not going there for Mexican.
You're going for the cheap.
You're going
and the
for Taco
diarrhea.
Bell.
Anyway,
okay. Just
back into
Jubilant
it.
in the town car having an existential crisis.
Anyways,
I mean, I'm waiting for Jubilant to basically decide what she wants to say at this point.
Yeah.
How's he gonna be with family if he's a Ventru?
They said they have somebody in mind. They didn't say it was final.
I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
Well, I didn't bring you with.
Oh. What?
That's why I didn't bring you to the meet.
Did you already know it was my brother?
Yes.
Did you look me in the face and act like nothing was happening and just not fucking tell me that my brother was here and hunting us?
We did not know it was something us. And I was unaware of what potentially would happen if you two came together so suddenly. And you didn't know their intent
A lot
and
of
what they
fucking
plan to do. It was not deceit. It
When
was
was-
caution.
How long did you know he was here?
Not very long. When I discovered this true identity, I arranged the meeting.
She's gonna insight check him.
what's your total of not you, Jubilant, Mathias? What's your total of your? Are you being well? First off, message me privately whether you're being truthful or not. All right, then we're doing it reverse. What is your total wits insight?
6.
I need you, Mathias, to roll charisma persuasion to convince her that you were telling the truth.
Okay. Ooh, what's the difficulty?
Difficulty is her total.
So it'd be 6.
Yep.
Okay.
The difficulty is 6?
2
So it's
successes.
physically impossible.
You have to decide whether or not you believe him.
I have 2 successes on that test. Do that with what you will.
Because remember, he's a smooth talker who's inscrutable if he wants to be.
Why does he want to be with me?
He longs for connection and family. He feels estranged. And
He estranged himself.
that may be true. I did not bother to ask how the estrangement went.
Storyteller, I will correct you. And my family was so fucking happy that I was joining the Deatherages.
Until you disappeared.
Jubilant just likes to think that they were like, she's a grown-up. She doesn't think about those things. She doesn't think about
way,
the
they
practicality.
didn't know you were joining the church. They just know you met with them once and then you disappeared from everything the next day.
No, they knew that she was joining the church. They didn't know what that meant. As far as they know, she's still
right. They knew you were joining the church, but they didn't think you were dropping out of school the next day. And by dropping out, I mean just leaving everything behind and leaving, not actually dropping out.
Anyway. How many days has it been since you saw him?
Been what, 4 days or so?
About 3.
About 3? About 3 or so days since we had our meeting.
Maybe less, if I'm thinking right.
At most 3 days.
I feel like you're incredibly lucky that I don't know what is real right now.
Why is it?
I'm gonna look out the window and stop talking.
Unless Uilleam or Karter have anything to say, Mathias will just sit back and watch till we get to John's.
Uilleam's good. Uilleam's looking out the window, hurt.
Karter was like looking back and forth watching the show, but has nothing to say.
Fair enough.
After that conversation, Jessica will lean in and say to you, I mean, it could be a good thing.
Shut up, Jessica.
Well, fine. Disappears. And that we're going to
Yes.
we're going to swap back over to the other car as you are pulling up to the chantry.
Right as I, filled my mouth.
I didn't realize the timing was just bad. When you pull up to the front, it's still the same outside. The last time you've been here, though it was the same outside every time you've been here.
So yeah, he's gonna pay extra careful attention to what it looks like when he goes in.
And something that you didn't really pay attention to before, and you're not paying attention to before, I forgot to mention.
All right, then.
Is there are quite a few homunculuses at this chantry doing various tasks for the various members of the
I have no idea what a homunculus is in vampire lore.
It
I know
is
what
a
it is in
creature that
alchemic
is
lore.
created by magic to do tasks.
Right, I know that, but what do they look like? Like, do they look
They can
human? Do
look like many
little
different
dolls?
things.
What are they?
They look like little. They look like creatures that are made of. And it's hard to tell because when they're enchanted, they look alive. So they don't look like they're made of clay or stone or anything like that.
Okay,
But
they're all like creatures. They're not like human.
yeah, they're not humans. Definitely not humans. They're not. They don't look like they've been made from vampires or anything like that. They're specifically creatures that were made to do different things. There are certain ones that have multiple arms. There are certain ones that have wings that are flying around.
Okay.
You know,
And I didn't think about it because it's like a normal thing.
yeah.
So like thinking back on the last 2 times I had visited, including the fake one.
They were different looking in the
They were
fake one,
different.
but they were looked like the ones you were familiar with.
Okay.
But instead of being approached by any person this time, you are approached by a golem who basically ushers you in.
Okay. I mean, since I've been here before, I'll just like look to see if I can see anybody. But if nobody,
The
nobody's
creature
really around.
seems to be waiting expectantly to see if you were going to tell him anything or.
Do I see what's his nuts?
You don't.
I don't. Oh, I don't see Wesley.
No.
Does the inside look like the last time that I was here? Did you get my message? They'll just say to the nearest person.
There's nobody in the foyer, which is where you're being greeted by this, and the creature nods.
Okay. And then he'll say, I'm not very good at coming up with, I should have thought of this sooner. He's going to try to test it.
Okay.
To see if, he's basically trying to test the illusion, if it's an illusion. He's
Okay.
gonna, let me try and think of something here.
Sure.
He'll ask it. Then do you have my pouch ready? I asked if you could have it ready for me upon my arrival.
Cocks its head.
Is it can I tell if it just doesn't understand because it's a golem?
Well, I'm mostly confused because that's not what you put in the message.
I know.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't seem to understand.
Saying a lie.
It doesn't seem to understand whether or not it understands what you talk. Whether you can infer what you want, but whether it doesn't understand because it wasn't told to do this, or it doesn't understand because it doesn't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Doesn't seem to understand.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to lie to the illusion to see if it does what I asked, which means that I know that I'm in an illusion because I didn't say it or not. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. It makes sense in my head, though.
I'm just laughing at something else. Sorry.
I see. Anyway, he's just gonna shake his head. All right, fine. Just let me in. I'll try and find it. So he'll just go past the golem and look to see if he can see anybody. He's gonna look for Wesley, basically.
Okay. You don't seem to see him right now. There are plenty of Tremere around. And if you ask around, they said that he stepped out earlier.
Okay. because I had him looking into. Well, I asked if there was some stuff that they could look into, like some stuff that could be looked into for me, regarding one of my previous visits, and I was hoping that maybe some headway had been made because I have some new information that I could probably add to it. He didn't like leave anything anywhere, did he?
The general consensus you get is that he stepped out for the moment. He'll
Okay.
be back later.
All right. If anybody sees him, just tell him I'm looking for him when he comes back. And
One of the pages says, you can just give a message to like the door golem and he'll record everything you say.
Well, I would have known. Well, he would have known that, and not me, Zim. And you just made me flounder around like
No.
idiot.
It's fine. It's also your character is trying to be like super like testing everything, so he wouldn't have done that anyways. In my mind.
All right, sure, yeah, okay.
I'm not.
So then he'll.
What I'm saying is he was probably trying to go right directly to the source, right?
Yes, he was. But he
Which
would
is
have
what
known
you're
that he
doing.
could have just left a message.
Yeah.
For Wesley.
But he also has a lot on his mind, so I wouldn't think that he wouldn't just forgo that for a second.
Well, either way, he'll do that. He'll leave a message with the golem for when he sees Wesley that Aleister wants to see him, and he'll be back in the library.
Yeah,
studying.
So you're going back to the library to study for a while?
Yep.
Okay. We'll swap back to John's place as you guys pull up.
Okay. Get out and head in, I guess.
Yep.
You wanted to say something, Haba?
No.
No, I
Oh.
made a comment of why I had
This is
to.
what was happening.
I had to
And
deal
that-
with some stuff, and Hab was like, I can't say shit.
That's not which
Oh,
is not. I sent a message
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Discord blocked it, and I
Oh.
put one of the words in the message, and that wasn't the problem word.
Aha.
Let me check what the message was.
My next message is, or was it asshole? It was apparently asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is everyone getting out and going into John's?
Yeah.
Yep. We make our way
I should
inside.
turn off auto mod. It's really not helping me on Discord.
To the head office.
So you make your way into the casino, and all of the fanfare for Jessica has been taken down.
Yeah, makes sense. Is the same security guard that ripped the poster away from me there
No.
the first time? No. Damn it. Okay.
There's
probably working the
a
floor.
receptionist or some type.
He's probably working the floor. Somebody else is at the front.
I wasn't gonna like kill him. I was gonna be like,
Uh-huh.
do you remember me?
Uh-huh.
Have we met? Everything's an illusion.
Everything's a lie.
Living
Nothing
in a
is real.
simulation.
All right.
Well, we
Yeah, you
go
make
up
your way
to reception.
inside.
Yeah.
It's just as gaudy, just as but all casinos are kind of gaudy. It's kind of the trappings of the environment.
Even the classy ones are gaudy.
Yeah. As you make your way to the back elevator and make your ways upward, not downward.
Double check that shit. Oh, Dice got PTSD and shit from the theater.
Apparently, all you have to do is hit the up button.
Apparently.
Who fucking knew?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Anyway. You hit the top floor. Doors open. And there he is, John in all his glory, sitting behind the desk. Or, desk.
Do you play WoW?
Do I look like a nerd?
I don't know.
Anyways. What can I do you for?
Well, you can't do me for anything.
No. You'd be surprised how charming I can be if I want.
I somehow seriously doubt that. You are not very charming in my false memories of you, unless this is a false memory of you, because I don't know.
I
what's
don't
real.
know how to respond
I
to
don't
that.
know what's fake anymore. And she's just gonna go walk up to his desk, and she's gonna be full of crazy boats, and she's just gonna perch on the side of it and sit and turn towards him.
So,
Okay, I know that she's kind of like been weird lately, but this is not okay.
you're right. It actually comes from what we're here to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, can she take her ass off my desk?
What, you don't want a beautiful woman sitting on your desk?
I'm sorry, what was that? I don't speak.
He said you don't want a beautiful woman sitting on your desk.
No, I really don't.
Fine.
If I wanted that, I would have had one on my desk already.
I mean, Karter's a pretty boy. Would you like him to sit on your desk?
I'd like neither one of you to be on my desk. Can you do that?
Fucking beat me to the joke.
Sorry, yeah, but I didn't intend it to do that. I didn't intend to time it like that. It just fucking worked out. I'm sorry.
You didn't know I was gonna
How
be
about
drinking?
all y'all start pretending like I'm actually the Baron around here and not your fucking buddy?
Look, you're not my buddy, John. We are here
Right.
to discuss this
So
together.
how about just stop fucking around, get off my desk, and tell me why you're here?
I'm already off of it.
Fine. If you do not want to exchange pleasantries and whatnot.
Pleasantries. He gets out a fucking like handkerchief and starts wiping down the spot where she had her ass.
Mental note that he's that way. Perfect. Good. This
Germaphobe?
works for me. So, we've come to discuss new evidence in the murder investigation.
My bare fucking ass in this goddamn skirt. Sorry.
You're good. That's why I like Jubilant. She's such a wild card.
Yeah, I like it that about her too when she's not putting her bare ass on my ass.
It wasn't my bare ass. I have a skirt on. Jesus Christ almighty. I don't know why I'm getting upset. None of this shit is real.
Anyway, as
okay. What is going on with her? Please,
I'm just
I
gonna
gotta
start
know.
like wandering around the office and like
Just touching
looking
it.
through shit. Yeah.
so what Jubilant
He
is so
snaps his
eligible.
finger and somebody goes walking over it.
I will fucking bite you. I've had a
Listen,
bad week. Don't try me.
so what Jubilant is referring to is
So Jubilant is flirting with death. I see.
we all are at this point. We are
Okay.
have been-
I'm getting really
Being
tired of
manipulated.
her you throwing accusations at me when I've been nothing but nice to her. Pretty much every time that I've talked to her.
right, but you just let that be as it is. I'm trying to describe why we are here. Basically, what has been going on, we have discovered that we all are being manipulated by an entity of great power. There are parts of the things that you have asked us to do that apparently are not real. So I'm coming to you to discuss options on how you wish to proceed.
Okay, but who's the new guy?
The new guy. Oh, Uilleam. That is Uilleam.
That's Uilleam?
Yes,
Get him
that's
the
Uilleam.
fuck out of my building.
Why? He's fine.
No. I was there in London the last time he did shit. Get him the fuck out of my building.
I would just come around. And just to be clear, she wasn't yelling at what's his face. I've suddenly
I
forgotten
know,
his
she was
fucking
so-
name. She's telling a human that she'd bite his fucking arm
You're
off if he
assuming
touched
human.
her. Well, whatever.
This is the private sanctum.
She's gonna get real interested in Uilleam and be like, Walk
Listen,
over.
I'm sure you're a very nice guy, but I saw the fucking destruction. You reek, man. Dude, get out.
He is the nicest guy. And I'm gonna pull out my phone and show it to John.
What?
Do you see that picture?
I see a picture, sure. What am I
What-
looking at?
What's in the picture,
You were
John?
across the room, remember?
No, I walk over. Duh. She can walk over. What's in this picture, John?
I see my talent in a picture with him. What?
Who is your talent?
Do you really need me to say it out loud?
I do. I
Jesus
really do.
Christ. What is with her? I get it. She's being
It's part
fucked
of the
with.
whole.
Please just say it.
Jessica Simpson is a picture with this asshole. Yes.
This is an apology picture, okay? So
Okay.
maybe he blew up London, but he went and he found.
Okay. I don't see how these two things are connected. You're gonna have to fill that in with me.
I'm attempting to. So
No, her.
here's the gist.
She's the one that connected those two events. How the fuck are they connected?
He's like a Sour Patch Kid.
A what?
A Sour Patch Kid.
No, he's more like a garbage pail kid.
No, he's sour, then he's sweet.
So anyway, back to the topic at hand, and he will
Jesus
look to
Christ.
Matthias.
So as I was trying to articulate to you, John, apparently Seattle or St. Louis, pardon me, I have business. Anyway, not relevant. It appears that St. Louis, individuals in St. Louis, members of the coterie and whatnot, have been under the influence of an entity by the name of Menethil. He is,
The
From
fuck does that
WoW.
mean?
I'm sorry.
I don't know. We're coming to you to maybe your resources are greater than ours. There's an entity that is.
I don't
causing
know
hallucin-
anybody by the name of Menthol, but I mean,
Right. Well,
That's a
if you
fake
listen
thing.
to what he's capable of, it may give you a better idea. So,
okay.
Menethil has made clear that if members of the coterie were to stand aside of his fun, that he would be able to grant us boons of great power. This, I fear, is not a legitimate thing. But the fact that he can manipulate the memories and interactions between powerful kindred as such is worrisome. And it all is connected
Listen,
to St.
I'm
Louis.
nobody's fool. If I
Neither am I.
if anyone's trying to trick me, I'd know.
Indeed. We now have an entity's name and we know that it is somewhere in St. Louis.
I'm
Potentially.
sorry, she has something to say.
She can speak her mind. I'm not a
Yeah,
keeper.
because apparently laughing behind my back when I say something is more a style today.
Oh, I mean, how would you know? How do you know this is happening? How do I know this
How do I know
isn't
this
in
happening?
my head?
I'm not fucking crazy like you.
Jubilant is articulating the very threat that we face.
I'm gonna sit on
Okay.
this again.
I get what she's saying. I get that
Right.
she's been fooled. I get that you all have been fooled. How does that
Fooled?
mean that I've been fooled?
How does it mean you haven't been fooled, John?
You can't argue from the negative.
I'm not arguing.
We're
from-
not
I'm articulating a point.
we're not saying you have. We're saying it's happening to certain people, and we are letting you know about it so you can watch out for it in case it can be done to you.
And that this
Okay, I can appreciate that. Yeah.
This entity
we discovered.
created an entire false murder that we interacted with. And everyone there saw it
Wait, what?
and
What?
could touch it.
Hold on a second. Who was murdered and why?
No one. No one was murdered.
No.
Obviously.
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Because there wasn't a murder.
The first
And
body.
when did this supposed non-murder happen?
Recently, the second body was discovered just
2
Decades
days
ago.
ago? 2 days ago? We
You
got
mean the day that she
contacted.
called me and told me nothing was wrong?
Nothing
No.
was wrong. There wasn't no
I don't
It was
know
the
anything
same
about
day.
that.
It was the same day.
I know.
She
I
called me.
Carter wasn't there. He doesn't know
Oh, right.
anything about it.
You're right. She
Mm-mm.
didn't tell me nothing was wrong. She went off on a fucking tangent that made no fucking sense.
Right, and this is the point we're trying to articulate. If an entity of this power could manipulate somebody who is adept at foresight and insight as Jubilant, and then plant false memories in Karter, what is it capable of doing to the kindred as a whole, the anarchs as a whole? You, a person of power,
I mean,
who has struggled to get where you are.
there's a bit of a gap there between influencing individuals and influencing an entire city.
Right, which is why we're trying to find the extent of the influence and the potential danger it poses.
I mean, I
don't
don't
know
know
what
how
the
I can help
entity
you.
is.
Let's put it this way. If you came to me and asked me if I was being influenced, what would I say?
No.
So if I was or wasn't being influenced, what information could I help you with?
Do you know what my first memory of you is? And it's also my sister Divinity's first memory of you, which is super weird, is that you told us we couldn't be here anymore.
That's fucking weird. Why would I do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. And that you sent me to go investigate a murder. You sent me a singer in an evangelical tabernacle
No.
church.
This is exactly what happened. Is you came in and you asked to be sent on a mission. So
No, I did not.
I don't know what to tell you, lady.
I did. You have been influenced because I most certainly did not. I said, what did I say? That was so fucking long ago.
John, it sounds like you were influenced.
It does appear
Or
to
she
be
was
that-
still into the influence.
You said, get the
She
fuck out
sounds a
of
little
my
under the influence
territory.
now.
And you called me a crazy bitch.
That does sound like me.
Mm.
Although you're a little more crazy tonight than I've ever seen you.
with good reason. Again, my point stands is there is an entity who is capable of manipulating people on a grander scale.
All I can tell you is that I can send out my feelers, see what I can find for you. But other than that, there's nothing I can do right now. I can't confirm or deny anything.
No, and that was not my request. I wanted to see if you could dedicate some resources to furthering knowledge of this entity.
Sure, I could do that.
have not done
But
it.
what's in it for me?
Uilleam won't
fact-
blow up your casino. How about that?
How about if he does blow up my casino? Next thing that happens is he's all put on the red list.
And how would that happen? You'd be fucking dead.
If I'm here.
How
How about the fact
Go ahead, Gunnar.
that you looking into this can
I'll tell you
guarantee
right
that
now,
it's not
that's
affecting
not-
you?
I'll tell you right now, that's not the way to get me to work for you, to threaten me. That's the way for
Right.
me to make sure you don't live very long.
Again,
Different day, same song.
Sure, whatever.
the way it benefits you, John, by discovering the source of the entity and eliminating it as a potential threat to your power. Somebody who can manipulate us can make moves that makes it uncomfortable for all of us. You, being a baron and a respectable individual, will secure your power and curry favor in the kindred community.
That's what I do anyways.
Yes, but it will be on a better level. Think of what you could do knowing that you took down an entity capable of such ability. It furthers your goals of maintaining your power and grows where people will come to you and owe you things, will it not?
It's true. It's true.
True.
I'll tell you
And-
what.
Go ahead.
One thing you could, if I do this for you, is one thing I would like from you.
What do you want?
I need some dirt on Dante.
Yeah, this
Give me
is
that.
available.
And I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's a marshmallow.
He is a bit of a pushover, yeah.
No, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
We appreciate the audience, John, and we appreciate you dedicating
Yeah.
your resources to
Good to
it.
see you too, Mathias. Uilleam, get the fuck off my property and stay away the fuck away from me. Nice to meet you, though.
I will then exit. I will take my leave.
I want to point out that this is his form of respect for you.
What I was going to say is, as everybody, like, as we're all leaving, Uilleam's going to hang back just like a couple of settings
Knock a glass
and kind
off
of, no, he's just kind of put his head back round and just be like, just so you know, London was not my fault. They had it coming, and then he's going to walk out. And nice to meet you.
William,
Yeah.
what happened in London? Did it involve a bathtub full of styrofoam and gasoline?
I
No.
know that styrofoam was invented back then.
It was the 80s. So.
I was just taking a random shot in the dark to see if Ellie would give me anything.
No, it didn't involve a bathtub full of it. I'd emptied it by that point.
Did you blow up London?
Not London. Only like half. No, maybe not even half, like a third.
Blew up a third of London.
Well,
Fair
as I
enough.
said to John, like, they deserved it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Although, to be fair, at this point, are you even sure they deserved it? Because you've just been told who deserves it up to this point.
Oh, I've got it in my brain.
what he
how it
believes.
happened. If you knew the reason, you would know that they deserved it.
I still don't like John.
Nobody likes John.
We noticed.
I mean, it wasn't as much of a cunt as you've made it out to be. Seemed quite down to earth.
'Cause-
Anyone notice that the Barons don't really seem to be active in their own territories? Like, this is stuff that directly affects them, and they're like, I'll deal with it if you give me something.
I
Most
mean,
barons are.
Nobody
like
does anything
the-
for free.
Yeah, they're very much like. you do
It's
for me, I do for you.
directly affecting them.
Sure. And they'll probably do something anyway, but if they can get something out of it.
Exactly. It's the game. It's the game.
Unless
You
they're
have-
both
you have to give.
in cahoots with it, whoever's in charge doing it all.
There is that too.
Could be
That's a good
that,
point.
yeah.
Fair point, Uilleam. Jubilant. Nice job sitting on his desk. I fairly enjoyed that.
thank you. I touched a lot of stuff too. I think he doesn't like germs, but he's dead, so it's not like he's gonna get fucking sick. I mean, he's
So
an
we head off to meet with Dante then.
that was a little bit happy. He's an angel. It's not like he's gonna get fucking sick. Oh, I don't know who
The
in the hell-
Dantes.
an angel. Two Dantes. Whew.
Swapping back to the Chantry. Wesley comes in. And he's like, how may I help you, Aleister? It's been a couple of days.
Yes. Yes, I was wondering if you had made any, if you or anyone else has made any progress on the possible effects to my mind that I had asked about before.
There doesn't seem to be any lasting damage,
No lasting effects.
but
Because I have found further information to where it's not just happening to me, but other members of this coterie I've been working with, as well as some subordinates of Mr. Delasangre.
Huh.
Being manipulated into experiencing things that didn't happen. And having conversations that did not exist.
that is strange. Well, I
Like
can say one place that
several
is
days
safe
ago,
from
I spoke to you.
the one place
I
that
was
is safe
here.
is here.
Yeah, and that was one of my memories that was manipulated. I was here. I spoke to you. And then several days later,
I
get a message
understand where you're
saying,
coming
"Where is
from,
the
but
package?"
for that first meeting, did you consider that maybe that first meeting never happened?
And yeah, but like it's very, very strange because
It is strange.
I
yes.
still saw you, and I'd never met you before.
That is strange.
I was given your name, and you look exactly like the first time. The interior was different, though. I didn't think of it at the time. I didn't notice it at the time, but when I came in the second time, or the first time, I suppose, the interior was very much different. Very, very strange. So, did you receive my message? Or rather, not necessarily you, but has my message been received? From earlier
Yes,
today?
you did get. I did get your message that you were arriving tonight. I didn't understand what. You just wanted to confirm the information we were looking to. Okay, yes, that makes sense.
Indeed, it does.
Was there anything more information to add to this that could enlighten things?
Unfortunately, if you haven't really made any other progress, I don't think.
There's not much more I can go on. If we couldn't.
Yeah.
You seem to have had some lingering effects of different disciplines, but we weren't able to really determine more than that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a lot to go on, especially if there's no lasting effects, and we didn't even particularly notice at the time that anything was even being affected. So, so I'm just doing some study on some history.
It could be that it was too far from the incident for us to detect the residual effects, but
Possibly, because it had been several days since I had been affected when I was here, when I came to the fake chantry. And then the previous manipulation had happened quite a ways from here.
right.
But, it's quite powerful. All of us experienced it at once. There were 5 of us. And we all experienced a dead body, ritualistically murdered, like the first body that when I had come to town. And
who was the person that was murdered or murdered?
It was Miss shit. What's her name?
Danica Williams.
I can't read her first name. It looks like I wrote Darren. It's not. It's Danica. Miss Williams of the coterie. She's very
the Camarilla,
close.
You mean?
Yes, I said Camarilla. I meant in my mind.
Yeah.
In my mind, I said Camarilla.
It's fine.
Of the Camarilla, and we all experienced and saw her dead body. There was blood everywhere. I cleaned it up. We physically picked up the body and put it in the trunk of my vehicle because I wanted to study it and compare it to the other corpse. And then when I went to the Camarilla to find out some more information about her, there she was. As if there was nothing wrong with her. And then I left, looked in the trunk of my vehicle. There was no body. There was no blood. There was no evidence that a body had even been in there.
That very much does sound like the Ravnos, but they don't really exist anymore.
Yeah, that's that's not the first time someone has mentioned them actually.
But it could also be of some person of significant age of other clans.
Yes, yes. It does seem as though we are probably dealing with someone
Hell,
old
with a
and
person who had a vendetta against the pyramid. One of the former members of the pyramid could also do something such by manipulating reality.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's not a lot to go on because there are quite a few
There are a few possibilities, but
none of them are any good.
they are all good possibilities.
No, I mean like the results of which, if they are attempting
Oh
to
yes,
do this,
none
sort
of them
thing,
are
is
optimal. Yes,
a very bad
But
situation.
I will say that if you need a place to hide from these effects, you know that this place is warded.
Well, apparently they can get through my own personal wards quite easily. I don't know.
No offense, dear Aleister, but
I know my own personal wards have nothing on what we can do here, but still, it's difficult to tell what is reality and what is not anymore. So I'm just gonna do a little studying on history to see if
I can actually probably help you with something like that.
Indeed.
And he snaps his finger, and a homunculus comes flying over, and he says, "Get me a talisman." Flies away. I am going to give you a talisman that, upon feeling or realizing you are under the effects of such a effect, you just need to say the command word and it will record everything that is happening.
Okay. It's unfortunate that the illusion is so complete that we don't even realize it's happening while we are in it. But I imagine it's the best option I have right now.
It's better than nothing.
Indeed.
And the homunculus comes flying back with a necklace. Very old looking necklace.
Yeah, he'll take a look at it. Does the style or anything, does it seem familiar with anything he knows in history?
It looks like it dates back to the Middle Ages.
But it's something that the pyramid would have had around.
Yes. Yes.
Something of ours.
They have very ancient relics.
Excellent. Wow. Well, I will be sure to give this back when I
Please do.
finish.
This is being entrusted to you because you are the one risking yourself out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And he'll actually put it in his in the front pocket of his suit. Not yet.
Okay. Well, if you want it to work properly, you will have to wear it when you
Certainly.
wish.
Like you said, there's no need. I'm warded in here.
Yes. And if there's anything else I can do for you now.
I don't believe so. I'm just going to go back to kindred history, various events. This entity apparently had contacted a couple of my allies, my coterie allies, during their sleep last night, and mentioned a couple of things.
That does narrow down a few. Since you said he's dealing with dreams.
Well, I mean,
being able
while
to
they were
affect
sleeping,
someone's able to affect someone's dreams is much different than being able to affect them while awake.
I mean, how many entities can do both?
It narrows it down away from Ravnos, that's for sure.
Dreams are not their specialty.
They can
huh?
affect reality, but your dreams aren't really reality.
Hmm.
They are your subconscious perceptions.
Hmm. Okay.
Beings that are able to affect the dream state are more like the Malkavians, the
Mhm.
demons, even, really.
Interesting. Okay. That definitely
the-
is a little gold.
Where it comes, whereas if it was a demon, you would see much more chaos, much more of a outward effect.
True. Demons are usually known for such things because that's they like that stuff. That yeah. I suspecting an ancient kindred is very likely, especially with how subtle the manipulations have been.
It could be,
Because one of the members of my
and
coterie
if one
is also
one
a
has
Malkavian.
awakened, that might be a problem.
I would agree. But trying to at least narrow it down before anything too bad happens. Might because this is if someone ancient has woken up, this
It could
is far
also-
beyond my ability. To
It
deal
could
with.
also be a mage.
Ugh, mages.
Doesn't take much for them to become completely powerful.
I suppose that's true. Wow. I doubt it's a mage.
I mean, look at
mm,
us.
Well, it could. Well, I'm pretty sure it's one of our.
All I'm
kind.
saying is that if you know your history of our clan, and I'm sure you do by this point, you know that we used to be mages.
Yes, that is true. But our goals were different.
Indeed.
Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to study
I'm
up on my
sorry I
history.
could not be of more help.
That's all right, Wesley. You've actually helped quite a bit, and sometimes just kind of working through what we've already seen makes quite the difference. So I appreciate your assistance on that. If I have any other questions, I'll see if I can send a homunculus to find you or what have you. But thank you.
Yes,
very
let me
much
not
for the
keep
help.
you from your business.
And let me not keep you from yours.
Of course. And he bows and makes his way.
Aleister will return to bow, of course, and he'll head back to the vampire history, kind of like looking through stuff from like the Crusades and stuff like that, like
Sure.
seeing if he can
And-
find anyone that had those types of powers. Like specifically, he's looking for Malkavians because he's got a suspicion because they're highest on the list. Like,
yeah.
but he's still going to look for those type of
Of
powers.
course, he's not going to look into his own class first, because
Of course not.
no, that would make no
Of course
sense.
No, it wouldn't be one of his people.
We swap over to the car as it pulls up to Dante's art museum.
Head on in.
And the door is opened by one of the servants.
Give him a polite nod.
Are you expected?
No, we are not.
I will let Dante know that you are coming.
Appreciate that.
All right. So as you guys head into and I'm assuming that you're all going in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys are all headed into the art museum, you make your way down. You notice that the guards are at every pillar now. More presents that have been in the entire time you've been here.
Interesting. Okay.
And as you're walking down the hallway, I need you all to roll me a d10.
Okay.
All that are here, rather.
Deuce.
Can I just
Also two.
Done all that again. Fuck you. Roll 20.
/R space.
No, I know, but when I
D10.
pressed up, it gave me a whole fucking spiel
Oh, shit.
about
Line
fucking
of code.
shit. Like, because the last thing I done was I rolled 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can roll 20. 3.
All right. So
I have the highest.
you
out of all
do.
of that.
You die.
Something great.
No, but what does happen? Mathias and Avery.
Karter.
Sorry, Karter. Mathias and Karter. How about everything looks fine to you? They just look like normal
Okay.
guards. But I mean, you never really saw the person you're looking for. Uilleam, as you're walking down, out of the corner of your eye, you see a familiar face on one of the guards.
Okay.
It is the same person you've been seeing.
Okay.
But as soon as you look back, the face is gone. Karter, as you're walking past one of the guards, it's the same face you saw in that dream last night. Same with
It does
you.
it.
And same with you, Mathias.
Okay. That's
When I look
interesting.
back, is it the same?
Nope.
Nope.
Does
I'll
Karter...
I will say, Haba, what the thing that's weird for you is as you're passing by one of the guards, he winks at you.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay. He looks like he's concerned, like or curious, not concerned.
Who are you?
I was told not to give my name, ma'am. I'm on duty. He's looking at the others like, what's happening here? Like he's not saying it, but that's the look he's giving.
Carter's gonna lean over to Mathias and say, he'll just whisper to Mathias, I just saw the man from my dream. We might be being
I'm-
manipulated right now.
Going to use compel against this guy. It's free. With eye contact, I can
Sure.
issue a single action command, which is tell me your name. And it must be obeyed to the letter.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
He like straightens his tie. He stands back up, like in the position he was already.
Can
Did
I...
anyone actually hear what I had said?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I
Avery.
did.
Okay. No one reacted, so I wasn't sure if I was even heard.
Oh, no.
No,
Okay.
I didn't want to say anything because there was other conversation going on.
Uh-huh.
See when Uilleam sees that face, obviously Uilleam usually stays at the back because he don't trust anybody, keep everybody in their eye. But when Jubilant stops, does Uilleam kind of see, if he sees that face, does he look, if he looks to like Mathias and that, do they look as if they've all like, as if there's something wrong? All like the vibe of everybody's here is kind of like, well, Jubilant stopped dead in their tracks and turned to one of them.
Stopped dead in her tracks and compelled the guy.
Yeah.
That could be confirmation for you.
I know, but Jubilant's been doing that a lot right now, so it's more if Mathias and Aleister like actively like done a double check or something like that.
How would
Mathias wouldn't react? He would take note of it to see if there's another inconsistency before he said anything.
And the only other thing you saw was Avery or Karter lean into Mathias and whisper.
Karter would do a double take though, a very blatant double take.
Okay.
Yeah, if Uilleam sees Karter doing a double take and he's done a double take, he's probably kind of going to lean into Karter then and kind of like, you saw something weird there, right?
Yeah, I just saw the guy from my dream.
Yeah, I just saw my sister again. I don't like this.
I would like to try to sense the unseen.
Okay.
It's free. It's passive duration. Whenever there's something supernatural hiding in plain sight, the storyteller makes a hidden roll of wits and aspects against the difficulty they choose against an entity actively trying to save hidden. Storyteller can call for a blind roll as a contest against the target's relevant pool. Blah, blah, blah. If the vampire actively searches for a hidden supernatural entity, they roll resolve and aspects.
Are you searching actively?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So that's my resolve is so low. Resolve, and then 3 extra dice because that's what I have in. Wait, is that what I have in aspects?
Do you have a 3 in aspects?
I have a 3 in aspects.
That's total 4.
Okay. Difficulty.
Difficulty was stated in the.
No, it says against
Just roll it, and I'll tell you whether it's a success or not.
Okay. Do you want me to put it to a difficulty 0 or keep it?
Difficulty 0 is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see anything out of place, really.
Okay.
The only thing you really see are wards.
Okay.
But
is it
the only words you're really seeing here would have to be interpreted by somebody who knew what words are here.
What were you saying?
Is it dark in here, like, or is it
Not
like brightly
particularly
lit? Okay.
It's got what am I trying to say?
Ambient light,
artificial light. It's not
okay.
It's not like there's sun lamps in here. You know?
It's mood lit. It's an art gallery.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess Kar's just gonna keep walking.
Yeah.
Towards
I'll
Dante's office.
continue. I'm gonna glare at Mark, and I'm gonna.
He looks to his sides, like, okay.
Jubilant, stop flirting with the guard. Let's go.
Ew!
He's like, half trying not to laugh at this interaction at this point.
I'm not flirting with anybody, Karter. Gross. He winked at me.
He looks confused.
We're walking as I'm saying this. We're not just standing in
Right.
front of him.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you make your way into the office. And Dante is walking back and forth.
Evening, Dante. You seem pressed.
I am in a conundrum.
Do tell.
I've gotten reports. Reports you guys have not been giving me.
Do tell. Perhaps we could shed light on that.
Where's the body that I had you clean up?
The first
No,
one or
no.
the second one?
No. I called you yesterday and you said that you didn't have us do that. Because
Where's
there
the
is no
body
body.
I had you guys clean up?
First one or the second one?
The second one.
There is no body.
Carter's going to immediately pull out his gun, say, "We need to go because I called Dante about this yesterday and told him there was no second body." He is going to. Is the door closed? Did anyone close the door behind us?
Nope, never close the door. Nope, never close the door.
I'm sure that Mathias is a close the door guy.
Oh, Mathias, you cunt.
Uh-huh.
Not with the weird shit that's been going on.
Okay.
No, they did. You guys didn't close the door. Somebody closed the door behind you.
Right.
Carter's gonna say, "Fuck this," and rip the door open.
I'm-
Like, not open it, rip it open.
Okay. What is your total strength?
My total
athletics-
strength,
athletics, and potence rating
that would be a 6 in total.
total. Yeah, you rip that door off.
All right, go. And he is like trying to shove people out.
Oh, yeah, we'll be making our way out.
Make it away.
Did Dante
Excuse
react
me?
at all?
I didn't say we were done here.
He's
Okay.
going to,
As all
as
of
he
the guards go right in front of you.
Oh, fuck it. He's going to, he's not going to shoot one. He's going to punch one. And I have lethal body, which means I ignore armor on
Ooh,
mortals.
Jesus.
Yep, you do.
And he's going
And as
to
you punch
just...
him, he quite literally turns into confetti.
Yep, let's
Not-
go.
Not fun confetti, human confetti.
Nope, he's going.
As
He doesn't
they
care.
all pull their guns and start aiming at you all.
Okay. Seeing this, Uilleam's gonna get a nice grin in his face. And he's just gonna start. Actually, what was my thing that I have where I can evade shit? Is that?
I didn't see this going this way, but I'm for it. Let's go.
Carter fully believes that this is an illusion and is fake.
Yeah.
He's out.
No, that's cool.
Because Carter called Dante
I'm pretty sure
and
Jubilant
explained
did
that the
too.
second body was fake.
Mhm.
You did.
Yeah.
And even told Dante that he might be manipulated.
Yep.
Well, and okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Jubilant call him and he was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Carter is jumping in front of Mathias, and he's actually also going to activate a shadow cloak.
Makes it easier for you to
And-
be stealthy.
It also increases
It
intimidation
doesn't,
against mortals.
however, make you invisible from plain sight.
No, it
No.
increases intimidation against
Mhm.
mortals, and he is
Sure.
going to say, "Get the fuck out of my way, or that's you.
You're going to have to roll it because
Yep.
these are not
Yep.
normal mortals.
Yep. But you
Yep.
get like two. I think it's 2 dice bonus.
Yes, it's a 2 dice bonus. Is it, what is it? Intimidation and what? Composure?
I have it listed. Give me 1 second. I just gotta pull up my character.
It would
sheet.
be intimidation is it's a skill, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
It would
there's
be
the intimidation skill.
intimidation.
Oh, that's not great. Oh, fuck.
Depends also how
mean,
you're trying to intimidate.
With
Are you
Shadow
going to
Cloak,
pick
and he just
somebody
turned.
up and like strong arm them, then that's strength intimidation.
Well, I feel like the turning someone into confetti with one punch
Yeah.
is what he's using to intimidate them,
Yeah.
with shadows clawing at his body.
Yeah.
Because it's not nice shadows like Mathias has. It's clawing, forcing the shadow to do what he wants.
In that
So,
case, I
it's
would
up
either
to
link
you.
it to your strength or your presence,
Yeah,
or like your
not presence.
strength or your charisma.
Yeah,
So strength.
strength.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say because unless you were doing the intimidation as part of that, like your strength is more of a show of force that is
Right.
meant to intimidate. Killing somebody is a bit more than a show of force, especially
Well,
that
like I said,
low.
you're the
what would-
storyteller.
Yeah. So what do you want me to roll?
I would say that I would give you a bonus to it based on the fact that you just exploded a guy. If you were,
Got it.
that's
good.
better. I wasn't going to go on. Well,
No,
So
my
you
camera just
tell me
decided
what to
cut
roll.
out.
so I would roll. If I were you in that situation, you're definitely trying to manipulate him into do something. It's not just using your presence. You are forcefully doing it. It's going to be manipulation, intimidation.
Manipulation, intimidation. Okay.
But you're going to get a 2 die bonus for them being mortals and you being a vampire, and an additional 2 die bonus for you just blowing up a guy
Got it.
effortlessly.
Uh-huh. So a 4 die bonus. All right.
Yes.
Difficulty.
Difficulty, since you're doing this to a group, is going to be harder than if you were doing an individual. I'm gonna say the difficulty is 5. They're all ghouls, and they've all been trained to deal with violent individuals.
Can I just say that I had a desire that might be just completely gone and literally never possible?
Aw.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Submit.
Okay.
7
1, 2, 3,
successes.
4, 5,
Hell
6,
yeah!
7. Yes.
7 successes.
And
when
they
it
all
needs
back
to
away from
happen.
you. They're still aiming their guns at you and everyone, but they're backing away from you.
So
He is going to push everyone behind him and still has his gun drawn. If he immediately hears a shot, he's going to just shoot and start blasting. Just start shooting everyone. But he's getting everyone out. That's his goal right now.
Right.
as this goes down, Dread, Mathias is going to use Oblivion Sight
From where?
to it's a power
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he has.
yeah. I mean, but from where are you doing this?
Just I want to see what everything really is, like if they're mortals or if there are other entities in the area as this is all going down. So like as Karter's acting, Mathias is going to try and recon the room to see what's actually real and what's not.
So everybody in the room is real.
Okay.
Oblivion Sight, what does it exactly do?
It says, I won't read the whole thing, but it says if ghosts are present and not attempting to stealth or use power to conceal their presence, the spirit becomes visible to the vampire. In such cases, ghosts appear as they wish to appear, whether as human beings and wounds that cause their death, as spectral monstrosities, or particular immaculate corpses. So like ghosts and spirits and entities, he can see them.
Okay.
If they're not actively
Is
using
just
stealth.
ghosts, or is it
It says ghosts and spirits.
Just ghosts and spirits, though, not like
Right.
hidden
Ghosts and
people.
spirits.
Not.
I believe it also lets you see in the dark.
Yeah, it also lets me see
Yeah.
in supernatural darkness too. But yeah, just any like sort of like spiritual
So
or spectral
that's
entity.
interesting.
Yeah.
I will say that Sense the Unseen doesn't really work on ghosts, though, right?
Sense
No.
the Unseen, I think just says
I don't think so.
like things trying to hide.
Yeah, okay. And ghosts
hold on.
don't really try to hide.
Yeah, they're just invisible.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in the wrong. I'm
I'm thinking of
thing.
something else. If I'm thinking about, there's another Auspex power. I think that lets you
The
do
wording
that.
of Sense the Unseen is whenever there's something supernatural hiding in plain sight. So I guess it depends on if a ghost
Yeah,
or spirit
but
is considered
ghosts
supernatural.
aren't hiding a lot of times. They just exist. Specifically, the Oblivion disciplines talk about
It would make
ghosts.
sense for it to work for Docs using Oblivion and not to have worked for me using Auspex.
All right, so yeah, as you make your site known, there are quite a few ghosts in this gallery. None of them seem to have taken any notice of you.
Oh, actually, it does say it's Sense the Unseen. You can use it to see ghosts.
Okay, then you would have seen them too, but
okay. That's not what I was looking for anyway. I was looking for someone hiding. Uilleam, you were gonna say something? Were you gonna do something?
Yeah, I was going to first thing do my rapid reflexes, which is free. It just means that although I can't defy the laws of natures, I can perceive events instantly and can react to them with superhuman alacrity. Observe incoming projectiles to the extent that they can attempt to dodge arrows and even bullets without available cover.
You get bullet time.
So I want to use
you're Neo right now.
Yeah, I want to use that for free, but I also want to throw up fleetness, which is one rouse check, which just lets me
roll the rouse check.
Do like cool shit. They're not really cool.
I also have rapid reflexes as well, which is just if we start getting shot, it comes into effect.
That's
and
fair.
when Uilleam's done, I have something else I'd like to try to do.
Okay.
But yeah, it just means that I can add my celerity to my dice pool for non-combat dexterity tests, because technically I'm not in combat.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll just be like wondering what the fuck is going on. So excited.
So what does fleetness do? Sorry.
Fleetness, last one scene. Air Mastery of Celerity now allows the vampire to move and react with dizzying speed. Add the celerity rating to the user's dice pool for non-combat dexterity tests. Once per turn, the user may also do this when defending with dexterity and athletics. So it helps me dodge even more.
Gotcha. So it helps you dodge in combat and lets you do things out of combat better.
Yeah.
All right, so
Jubilant wanted to do something as well.
Yeah, what did you want to do?
I want to attempt to share the senses. I want to see if I can feel what Dante's feeling.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
So I have to do a rouse check. Fucking yes!
Man, you're succeeding all of them this session.
Jubilant's kicking ass this session.
Jubilant's time.
Right? Time to shine. Let's go, girl.
And then I have to roll Resolve and Auspex at 3.
Okay.
So
bear in mind we are coming up at 3:45.
Yep.
On the time.
Yep.
Resolve and Auspex.
Because I know people have like hard cutoffs where they gotta
please.
So that's 3 successes.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
With 3 successes, this is what you get. He is what sense are you trying to share?
Oh, I'm trying to see what he's feeling. His feelings. It says that if I
I'm going to resolve these in reverse, by the way. I'm doing the last actions first. So
That's fine.
I'm
We
gonna-
just want to make sure that we're making sure that we got everything on the table because this is kind of a key moment.
Yep.
Um,
And I'll let you know they are gonna all start firing as soon as anybody starts.
hold on. By
Doing
reaching out
crazy
with their
shit.
mind, the vampire can
fine.
tap into the senses of another mortal or vampire, seeing, hearing, and feeling what they do. So I can see, hear, and feel.
That's not like feeling emotion. That's like feeling touching.
Like the senses.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a good thought. You can still do it.
I
It
mean,
might provide you more information.
Is this a possibility, Dread, as a storyteller? If Jubilant was to spend a blood point, could she shift it to an emotional state because she is a Malkavian?
Sure. You
If that's
spend
more of what you
not
were
a blood,
doing,
not a
Jubilant.
blood point, but a hunger level.
I didn't hear what you said.
If you want to increase your hunger by 1, I will let you shift it to the emotional spectrum.
No, because I'll be at Stigmata.
That's a choice.
Your hunger at 4?
I'm at 3, and I get Stigmata at 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we haven't had a chance to hunt yet.
Mhm.
We've been
Uh-huh.
So busy.
Well, Carter's still forcing people out. He's pushing
And as soon
everyone
as you
out.
start moving supernaturally fast, he's gonna.
I
they're
don't
gonna
think
start fighting.
I don't think anyone's moving supernaturally fast.
One of you is,
Yeah.
I
William's
haven't
prep, like,
moved
hasn't
yet.
moved yet.
Yeah, I'm standing
yet.
behind everybody.
but if he's forcing you along, then they're gonna notice the weird shit. Especially with the fucking shadows clawing at this dude. Just because they're backing up doesn't mean they're not gonna take a shot at you guys.
This is fine.
And
What
as
happens,
you're-
happens.
I'm gonna have you all do. I'm gonna do this because I've always done this. Is we're gonna do the one roll check, and we're gonna determine the outcome of this based on that. Give me a D10 check for each one of you, and I will roll a D10 and the collective successes will matter. Oof.
Mathias got an 8.
9.
9.
That's 2. And that's everyone here. Okay. Let me roll.
Jubilant has yet to roll.
I rolled
She
first.
did roll.
Oh,
it didn't
It,
come up
it
with the
didn't
name.
show
My
her
bad.
name
Yeah.
because she did
Yeah,
the
it's connected. Yeah,
roll
I missed
before.
it.
Yeah. Both of us rolled once.
Yep.
It's all right.
I will say, for the pushing people out, Carter is focused on like Mathias and Jubilant because he expects
Mhm.
Uilleam to take care of himself.
That's fair.
All
You
right.
blow up a third of London. You can take care of yourself.
So, I'm going to tell you, I did not expect this roll outcome, and I'm all for it.
Oh, and you're
You
dealing
also
with
roll a
that-
1?
I will tell you exactly the rolls I got. A 1, a 7, a 4, a 3.
Okay.
Don't know what
So
that means.
as you guys are making your way out the door, firing, bullets blazing, y'all are taking a couple of shots, but make it out alive.
Okay.
Okay. Who takes the shots? Because that's damage.
I'd say that it's probably Avery
Carter.
and Haba.
Well,
And
if
Jubilant.
it's gonna devolve into like a full blown combat too, Mathias would help because he has potence. And
It's more that this is you guys were trying to get out,
right. But yeah,
And
I was
You guys
standing
succeeded
idle
in getting
by.
out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I just want to clear that I
I-
wouldn't stand idly by while
No.
Carter's working. Like Mathias would jump in. at
No,
next
that
time
and
off.
that's why when you got a 8 and he and Uilleam got a 9, that's what got you guys out.
Okay.
Mhm. I
If they're
do have
collective successes and they're based. It was I had you guys roll 4d10 and I rolled 4d10.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Uh-huh. I do have the rapid reflexes for not getting hit with bullets.
Okay. Then Haba got hit twice.
I'm fine taking damage as well.
It's fine.
Okay.
I
I'm
can
just
take
going
it.
based off of the ones. Is what I
Yeah,
was
no,
going
that's
Uh-huh.
fine. As long as we
Yeah,
understand your
Okay,
thought
that
process.
actually, yeah, Carter got hit. I rolled a 1. Yeah, I could see the bullet coming, but yeah, Carter's fucking pushing everyone out. This is what he does.
And that's just one. It's going to be one level of damage for both of you.
Superficial or aggravated?
It's superficial.
Yeah, bullets are superficial.
Bullets are not aggravated.
Can I
Uh-huh.
say that with me rolling the 9 and having like my fleetness in that up, if
You helped
yeah,
keep them from getting hit much more times.
yeah, can it also be that I've managed to use that to get out and I at least have the door of the car
You guys
to
are out.
get
You got
everybody?
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we got out.
Right, no, that's all right then. That's all
Y'all
right then.
rolling so well helped us
Right,
not
no, that's all
take
right then.
as much damage. Yeah. We're out. We are diving into the car.
And I will say that you were able to get in contact with his senses, and what you do see is a portfolio on his desk with your guys's with pictures of you guys doing things you know you didn't do.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Once we get into
You did
the
say to me that you see what he sees,
Mhm.
not whether it's real or not.
Mhm. When we get into the car, I can't remember how you heal superficial damage.
It's it's easy overnight.
Uh-huh.
It just heals over time. It's really easy for superficial damage.
Okay.
I think the only thing that Uilleam would have done in that is he's like past background will probably have kicked in, and he probably would have like tore off like part of his t-shirt or a sleeve and would have been like either on a Karter or Karter knows what he's doing, so probably would have thing. We don't just in that kind of like reflex, even though it probably doesn't make a difference, but it's
Yeah,
been a while
Carter
that he's
actually
been.
does the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's like
Carter does the same thing to himself.
yeah.
Out of just reflex
Yeah.
of cover the wound, stop the bleeding, and then realizes, wait, there's no blood.
I wear a good shirt.
God damn it. This was my second shirt. I got one left.
This is my only shirt.
Now I have a question for you, Dread, and that's I killed a mortal.
That's a
It-
stain for sure.
Yeah. It at
Especially
least
for you.
Well, that's the thing. Does it go against my conviction?
Which,
'Cause
I can't remember.
My
what your
conviction is don't kill innocents.
Did he do
Not
anything
don't
wrong
kill
to you?
mortals.
Pulled a gun.
He
on
pointed a gun at me.
It's his job.
Yeah.
So pointing a
So
gun.
that
at
makes him not innocent.
You pointed a gun.
He didn't actually fire at you at that point.
Don't
You
know
literally
intentions.
Destroyed a guy for pointing a gun at you.
Yeah, self-defense
Like
and
anybody who's
intentions. Yeah,
willing. Yeah. Someone's willing to point a gun in somebody's face, then
yeah,
this is a sliding scale of morality.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Carter's
any
also
cop that
killed people
Does
in
his job
war.
deserves to die?
But it's more in the situation. If a cop pulls a gun on somebody, you still don't know the intention, so it seems like it's a hazy line.
This also wasn't a cop. This was a private guard for someone that Carter doesn't owe allegiance to.
I mean, kind of do.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Why
You
Whatever.
decide if it goes against the conviction. It's still a stain.
It's still
Where
a
is
stain.
stains?
It's not.
Yeah,
it's
where?
just a stain in general because you have a humanity of what?
8.
Yeah.
Where do I actually put that on the character sheet?
There's a thing next to the rouse check that you do. There's
But if it's a if Carter's under the illusion or under the auspice of this
None of
isn't
it's real.
it
is
doesn't
it still a
matter.
stain?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
At humanity 8, it doesn't matter.
I was curious. That's why I brought it up.
Like if it was humanity 6 or humanity 5,
Oh.
sure.
The resonance thing
What?
for
No.
where to
Oh.
put stains.
It's next to the rouse rouse check for next to the willpower thing.
Yeah, that's the humanity
Next to
thing.
willpower.
That just says
Oh,
humanity.
humanity?
No,
Yeah.
that is. There's no stain thing.
No, you.
Yeah, there's those.
You click
editing
on the
thing
little
there.
gear, and then under stains you put 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't realize
been a
to
while.
click on the gear thing.
Been a while.
Okay. Got it. Well,
Whether he was innocent or not, at humanity 8, killing
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
is
with
killing the
humanity thing,
human,
yeah.
it's just
anyone.
killing someone
anyone
who's
at humanity
innocent.
8 is bad.
Right.
Like
No,
it
I wanted to
might-
make sure
his-
that was
like,
covered.
at humanity 8, killing a person regardless of reason might automatically make you lose a humanity.
Maybe
don't
I'd
know,
have to check the rule book.
actually. Yeah, I don't know.
I know in the old book
Because at
that
humanity
was,
7, it's conflicted.
right. Yeah, I don't know if that changed for 5th edition though.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're in the car. Is there really anything?
It doesn't say. I looked in the book. It doesn't say.
Okay.
So I'm going to
It
use
just
my
looked under
judgment call
humanity
and
8.
say that take away the stain, but you automatically lose the humanity.
Okay.
All right.
Because you were forced to kill somebody that you didn't really want to do.
Yeah. Fair enough. Now I'm just an average vampire for humanity.
Yep. Now you're no
Still have
longer more human than
humanity
human.
I do. You still have significantly more humanity than I do.
Well, that's because you're an
I
asshole.
can't wake up an hour before everyone else anymore.
Used it once, gone.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way back to the Haven,
Yep.
and Aleister meets you there, I'm assuming.
Yeah. And I think that's where we should probably call it and then pick up next week, maybe.
Well, you get back there and have the conversations you're going to have, because we still got a little time.
Well, the first thing Aleister wants to do is check his pocket to see if that talisman is actually in his pocket.
As you leave the...
But when he leaves the Jandra, yeah.
Yeah.
Still
Like
there?
you said, that place is warded.
Right. But he
So
also
anything-
didn't relay the message correctly. So
True.
he'll keep it in his pocket. That's all. And then he'll just
What do you mean he didn't relay his message properly?
because when he asked, "Did you get my message?" Wesley said, "Yeah, you asked about the results of the test, and that wasn't in the any message that he sent.
No,
He spoke it aloud to other people, but the message he left with the golem was just that he's here and looking for him.
Yeah.
And the text
Okay.
message didn't say anything like that either. It
I
said
think that was just more of me fucking up than Wesley. I think that was more of me fucking up than Wesley. He was
Okay.
probably just relaying what he heard from the other people in the Gentry.
Well, it still makes Aleister suspicious.
Fair.
So.
Fair enough.
So I was actually going to have him do something before he left the chantry, but at this
Yeah, we're
point,
running out of time.
we don't have enough time for that anymore.
Yeah.
So he would have just left.
Yeah, just tell me what you would have asked for him to do, and I will have him do that over the break.
Who?
Wesley?
No, he wasn't going to ask Wesley to do anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Right. So you make your way back to the Haven before they do, but just before they do. And as they're pulling up, they get out of the car. There's bullet holes in people. There's ripped t-shirts, and everyone looks a little worse for wear.
Something appears to not have gone correctly.
No
That's an
fucking shit.
understatement.
That was awesome.
Yep.
Hmm.
That was really exciting, guys. Thanks for that.
I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not.
He's not.
He's not.
He's not. He loved it.
Some things happened. I feel like shit.
So, Karter, you're gonna have to explain to me why you did what you did. I believe you. I trust you, but I did not see what you saw.
Yesterday, I was on the. I actually called Dante to let him know that we were being manipulated and that there was no second body. I specifically asked him about it, and he said no. So the fact that he immediately accused us of a second body when I already told him about it immediately made me suspicious of the fact that everything we saw was false. I don't know if it was or not. Either we, him, or all of us were under the influence of this being, and I wasn't going to risk it.
And you saw
Not with someone that
individuals
powerful.
as well, who were different.
Say again?
You saw different faces on the guards as well, I assume.
Yes, I saw the man from my dream flash on one of the guards' faces. Uilleam did as well.
I too saw
Jubilant
something
apparently
different.
saw him wink at her.
He winked at me.
It was a bad setup all round. I trust. This is why I feel good having you at our back. You acted decisively and correctly, in my estimation. Is there anything we can glean from this situation? Any
Dante had a
information
bunch.
gathered?
Dante had a bunch of pictures on his desk of us doing shit that we didn't do.
Interesting.
This is not the first time we've dealt with an issue like this in Dante's presence. Or somebody perhaps masquerading as Dante.
I mean, anybody's presence. It happened with John too. I mean, not that severe, but still. Shit that didn't happen happened. Or didn't happen.
I'm not entirely sure that I was where I was either. I left some messages as a test, and the messages were not relayed correctly. I am not 100% sure I experienced what I was experiencing either.
Yeah, nothing's real. I'm gonna bet you.
This is still like halfway through the night, you know. You guys
Yeah,
were supposed to plan on what you're gonna do next.
I've been shot. I'm gonna go lay down. You guys can come and try and convince me to do stuff next week when it's the same night. But for right now, I've been shot,
With
and
that
Jubilant
being
is just
said-
like, no, I'm going.
That being said, I'm Dread Pirate Rails. That's been Avery Connors, Chris CC90. Sorry, my brain just went. DoxRyan, HabaDacter, and ZemannTheMann. And until next week, keep those fangs hidden.
Bye.